The $6 million man won't be seen tonight, so we can bring you a very special episode of The Gen X Files. Welcome to The Gen X Files. I'm Jim.
I'm Adam.
And today's show is all about
Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum.
That was pretty good. Wow. Did you know we did the soundtrack for Terminator 2 Judgment Day?
We're a Terminator 2 Judgment Day tribute band, bro.
Apologies to Brad Fidel.
Dum 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 dum.
This to me, I think, is what Aliens is to you.
Sure.
Even though I do like the Alien franchise more than the Terminator franchise, because after T2, man, they went downhill.
They did. It was very uneven.
Yeah.
3's not so bad.
I actually really enjoyed 3. 3 was fun.
I got a bug up my ass a few months ago. I'm so susceptible to stuff because I was like, just like easily manipulated. I was on, doom scrolling on YouTube, watching clips, and I watched some clip of one of the Terminator sequels, and I'm like, you know what? I don't remember these movies. I need to give them another chance.
Yeah.
And I think they were all on Paramount or something. And
Yeah.
so I watched. I don't know if I watched 3, but I know that I watched the last 2, and I did not really like them.
Genesis and Dark Fate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Genesis.
All 3, the last 3 are not very good.
Well, I also don't. The one, and I don't remember which is. I think Dark Fate is the one where they switch up the timeline, and they have.
No, that's Genesis.
Is that Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis is the Terminator movie. If you hated all the other Terminator movies,
Right, and you didn't want anybody in that Terminator movie that was in the original, because
except Arnie, he was in it.
Oh yeah.
But it was
But it was a CG Arnie.
TX, and there was he was actually in it, but there was like younger version. They CG'd him down to be younger, and like it was not good. It was just not good.
Is that the one with Jai Courtney?
Yeah, Jay Courtney.
I love to call him Jai.
I know, and the Game of Thrones chick.
Yes, Danny.
Yes, that's her actual name.
She doesn't have a name. She's just the Game of Thrones
the
lady.
movie just didn't make any sense. It was anyway. We'll talk about it at the end.
Wasn't Patrick Wilson in that too?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
not
remember.
Wilson. It's the actor that's just like Patrick Wilson.
Sam Worthington? No, he's in Salvation.
No.
See, this is how good they are. I don't remember any of them.
Anywho.
They're not Terminator 2. That's for damn sure.
They're not. And it has been a while since I've seen this movie. And I guess the point was, watching the other movies, I'm like, you know what? This isn't that great. But watching the original that we did, I don't know, like a year or so ago.
A while ago, yeah.
Who knows?
It was a while ago.
Life just is a big lump of nothing. And then this, James Cameron, I said this last show. To me, he is an independent filmmaker.
Yeah.
Much like George Lucas.
Very much an indie filmmaker. Yeah.
And B, I don't know if anybody else, nobody that I can really think of, that can tell such a bombastic, big budget, summer blockbuster action movie that actually tells a good story and has good acting. And
yeah, and I think that's why I like this more than Aliens, because I feel like this is more of a true sequel.
Right.
Like, because there's so many elements from the first movie that come back in this that are twisted to change the audience perception.
Sure.
And that to me is just brilliant. I absolutely love how he made it like a true sequel, like bigger and better than the first one.
Look, my biggest issue with the film, and it's hard to get past it, and it's not his fault because I'm sure he's fine. I just don't spend a lot of time with kids. And Edward Furlong's performance drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Hey, you and your shiny company eyes here at the Vista, baby.
And it's just like, oh my God. And it was like infantilizing the Terminator and turning him into his pet.
Yeah, it was weird. Well, kind of, but he was also kind of making him his dad.
Yeah,
like he was trying to make him the cool dad. It was
so many roles to fill.
It was weird.
I'm not your daddy.
And we'll get into it, but like that was kind of what was happening.
You need to shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Good God, John, you're driving me insane with your insanity, your little inane comments.
It's just the fact is that Edward Furlong did not have any acting experience at all.
Again, even if a kid is horrible or whatever, I don't blame because it's a child.
Yeah.
And I think putting a lot of pressure on a child to carry
Sure,
on a franchise or whatever is not fair because they're just a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I said, I don't think he did a bad job.
You just hate children.
I just hate children. No, I hate snotty little kids.
Yeah,
that,
he was that annoying kid that you were just like, okay, man, shut up.
Like
you're done.
The one scene that aggravates me to no end is the scene when they're first kind of getting to know each other, and he's like, "Get off me! This guy's attacking me! He's gonna kill me!"
Oh yeah.
And these two dudes are just like, "Hey, what's
musclehead
yeah,
jocks?"
they're just like, "Hey, what's going on? We're gonna come help
They're
you."
gonna try help. Yeah.
And then he's like, "Forget it." He's like, "Oh, screw you," or whatever. And he's like, "Screw moi." And then,
Daddy
although
Terminator.
That scene did have my favorite line from Edward Furlong, where Arnie still had his leg up, and he turns to him, and it was the most natural thing he ever said. He was like, "Put your leg down." Like that was the only part that I believed Edward Furlong.
yes. It's just, that's my only problem. And that's what keeps this, or at least kept it, and still, I guess, keeps it from me loving it as much as the original Terminator.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I watched the original Terminator while I was writing the script.
Yeah.
And it is such a good movie. Even half paying attention to it, it's such a good movie.
But that being said, and as much as I love it, you can't just do it again.
No, but that's what I love about it.
Yes.
And to be honest, when I think about this movie, I don't think about Edward Furlong. I think about the action sequences, and I think about, to me, he's just part of the plot.
Yeah.
And I can get away, but it's so funny because we're watching it. Every time he'd say something, I just hear Jim go, "Ah!" Like, this stupid kid.
Shut up!
It's so great.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
He's just so whiny. And there is a registered his voice, that screechy, weird tremolo that he has or whatever. It is anathema to my ears.
The funny thing is that all of his lines were dubbed later when he actually went through puberty, so he was even higher and screechier.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I would have killed myself if I was on that movie. Especially if I was the sound
You
guy.
just see James Cameron in the back going, "He's right for the part, he's right for the part, he's right for the part."
But I get it. Look, it's a difficult part, man, because you get your typical Hollywood kid actor.
Yeah.
And they don't know, they're not going to be of the streets. This kid's a
Yeah,
foster kid. His mother's crazy.
He is the character.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you really look at John Connor before the Terminator comes and kind of resets everything, this kid has been through it, dragged around from militia to militia.
Spent time in Nicaragua.
Or as you says, Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in
Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm going to kill you. But I get it, and kids are annoying. And that's the thing. It's like, I have a problem sometimes with, especially sequels that bring in a child to expand the audience or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And Cameron does that. But the thing is, like, with Aliens, to me, the child is integral.
Yeah.
It's the heart of the movie. It is the driving force, the engine to escape. And,
Right.
She's great because she's not in it a lot.
Yeah.
And she's very, I just, to me, the cutesy of the relationship between the two of them, it is such a difficult dance because it can either get super corny and dumb, which it does sometimes.
Yeah.
Not to the point of, oh my God, but yes, sometimes.
Usually when Edward Furlong's talking
Yes.
is when it's corny
Yeah,
and
when you want
dumb.
to shine somebody on, you say hasta la vista, baby.
But it's, but all that being said, I like this movie a lot.
I feel like there's a lot more things to this movie
Oh
than
my
just
God,
Edward Furlong.
so much more. But
The transformation of Linda Hamilton and
Amazing.
Sarah Connor in this movie is one of the greatest changes of character I've ever seen from one movie to another.
not just physical, mental.
Everything.
Everything about
She is so brilliant. Because at the end of the first movie, she is so hopeful. Like, she gets the picture taken, and she's like, yay! And then you see her again, and it is awful.
Right.
Awful what's happened.
But it's so brilliant because that knowledge of the impending doom would drive you insane.
Yeah.
And
Like,
if you're experienced, look, I love time travel. You love time travel.
yeah.
But if we actually had to experience some sort of paradox or something, it would drive us crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, because you can't do anything. It's no matter what you do, it's going to happen.
Right.
Like you can try and try and try, but it's just always going to happen.
The future always finds a way, Adam.
Yeah, and we could spend a lot of time talking about the time travel issues with all the movies.
You can't. The one I don't love time travel as much as you, but I love time travel, and I think it's such a cool concept. But I always check my intellect at the door and my scientific my scientific mind.
Well, yeah, it's a movie at the end of the day.
Yes, if you're gonna pick that stuff apart, you're not gonna enjoy it.
Right.
You know,
Unless you enjoy picking that stuff apart.
well, then you can pick it apart for weeks and months and
God
years.
knows people have.
Because there is no real time travel movie that escapes all of that.
I don't think I would agree with that.
Okay.
I think the only one that really comes close to it is I can't think of the name of it.
Back to the Future.
No, it was that super indie one with the guys where they just get in the box and then create the.
Oh. Yes.
I can't think of what it's called. The guy that directed it did the color out of
Cube?
space. No, not Cube. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless, time travel. We're not going to talk about time travel because it doesn't matter. It's a movie, and whatever happened with it happened, and just watch the movie.
Right, and you can't worry about like between T1 and T2 and
No, it's not, because I was reading a lot about it, and it's like the thing I always forget, and the thing that I miss in the first movie is that technically Skynet lost in the original, quote unquote, original timeline,
Right.
The prime line, as they call it,
Right.
And they sent back the Arnie Terminator as a last ditch effort,
Right.
Because essentially they sent him back, and then they died,
Right.
And so if they had just destroyed the Terminator, then theoretically nothing would have happened. Like and we'll talk about this. Like to Cameron, the movie was done. Like that was it. There was no reason to do a sequel because Skynet tried, they lost, and so it'll never happen.
Right.
I mean, Skynet all the stuff will probably still happen, and John Connor will happen and all that. But like at the end of the day, Skynet will still lose.
Right.
T2, supposedly they sent the T-1000 to 1995 or whatever at the same time that they sent the T-800 to 1984.
Hedging their bets.
Yeah. Which in of itself makes zero sense.
Yeah, that makes it even more complicated.
and then it's like, well, but then they knew they had to somehow. John knew he had to send Kyle Reese and another T-800 to the other. Like
Right.
it just immediately gets so complicated.
Exactly, which is why it's pointless.
Yes, it's pointless
to
to
debate
talk
that
about it.
stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a great sequel, and I briefly, last week told the story of one of my favorite July 4ths of all time. I was
Yeah.
in Boston with my girlfriend at the time. We went to the Charles River to watch the Boston Pops, conducted by John Williams with fireworks, and we saw T2, and had a great dinner too at some point. Maybe smooched, but it was a wonderful.
What is wrong with you?
It was a wonderful day, and I really enjoyed the movie, and so did she. And it's the kind of movie I kind of don't think they make movies like this anymore. They make there's the Marvel movies and everything, but these unexpected big ass blockbuster
Yeah.
event films
Yeah.
like this.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they still make big event films like that, but it's not. But they're different.
Yes.
And I think that this kind of movie, because there's a certain point, and granted, it has some downtime, but there's a certain point where the movie just goes,
Yeah.
and it's like we have to just keep the plot moving, and it's. I mean, honestly, I think the last movie, really big like action movie like that, would probably be Mad Max Fury Road.
Maybe. Yeah.
Which was just kind of like, okay, here we go. This is pure action. This is what we're doing.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is going to the movies on July 4th was de rigueur. Like, we would, May, there would be these giant movies that come out on Labor Day, and not Labor Day, but Memorial Day, and July 4th. By Labor Day, everybody's like, let's put the crap there.
We're good. we're done.
But there were events, and everybody went,
Yeah.
whether it was Terminator or Independence Day.
Independence Day is a good example, yeah.
Or Jurassic Park, or Indiana Jones, or
Yeah.
these movies that we wait years for, and are just can't wait to get in the theater with
Yeah.
everybody else and watch it. I think that we've lost that kind of communal theater. At least I have. I mean, maybe everybody else still has it.
I think the last big one like that was probably Endgame by the Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And it's funny because a friend of mine works for Marvel, and he fully admitted, he was like, yeah, everybody at Marvel knows they peaked with Endgame.
Yeah.
And it's like, because it was the big, nobody had done this before.
Right.
Like, it was a huge thing of building up for 10 years, and nobody had done it. And he's like, you can't do it again. Like, it's just impossible.
Well, it's also, even with James Cameron, man, the Avatar movies come unceremoniously and leave unceremoniously and somehow make $8 billion.
This is why every time you say that he tells stories so well in action, I'm like, well, then what is the plot of Avatar? Because I don't remember.
I said he did. I don't know if I said he does. But even the Avatar movies, Avatar has a good story, has good characters.
Yeah, both of the ones I've seen were decent.
Yes, they're not bad movies. They just are. They don't have any of the cultural resonance or iconography of Terminator or Aliens.
Right.
For some reason, it is the most innocuous and most popular.
Yeah.
Strangely enough,
I know.
Movie series there is, and it's baffling. It's just baffling.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about that.
No.
We're to talk about T2. Let's get into it.
All right. Take yourself back to 1991.
Yeah, baby.
June 25th, Croatia and Slovenia declared their independence from Yugoslavia.
The First Lady's from Slovenia.
Was she? Mm-hmm. Croatia's really beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. Croatia's the most brilliant country because it literally just took all the coastline around Yugoslavia and said, we're free now, bye.
It's crazy how different it is now, because I was rewatching ER, and one of the characters is Croatian.
Oh,
one of the
yeah,
doctors. And his wife and kid was killed in the war-torn Croatia, and you forget how
it was messed up.
Oh
back
my
then,
God,
man.
so
It was
much.
super messed up.
And now
Now it's just a beach town.
yes, exactly. It's crazy. Within 25 years, how much it's changed.
Yeah. July 1st, telephone services go down in Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Los Angeles, and San Francisco as a result of a software bug affecting nearly 12 million customers.
And the IT guy said,
Did I do that?
because he's a big fan of Family Matters.
Sure.
That's just what I heard.
July 1st, the world's first GSM telephone call is made in Finland. GSM is essentially 2G, the first digital protocol for mobile phones.
And the person who made the first call has brain cancer.
They died a long time ago. from
Yes,
cancer.
exactly.
Yeah. July 3rd, Terminator 2 Judgment Day is released in theaters.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum,
So,
bum.
having made $78.4 million against a $6.4 million budget, a sequel for The Terminator should have been a no-brainer.
It is baffling to me that they were able to make that for $6 million.
I know. Schwarzenegger was excited for a sequel, saying,
I always felt we should continue the story. I told Cameron that right after we finished the first film.
Cameron said Schwarzenegger had always been more enthusiastic about a sequel than he was because Cameron considered the original a complete story.
Yeah.
Which it was.
It is,
I mean,
yes.
it is. There was really no need for a sequel.
But Arnold is a businessman.
Of course he is.
And he's the smartest businessman in Hollywood.
He knew they had tapped onto something that was amazing.
He's got a gift, man. Like I said, that dude was a millionaire before he even started bodybuilding. He came to Los Angeles right after the earthquake. He and his brother started a brick making business and made a fortune because that's who he is.
Discussions to make a sequel stalled until 1989 because Cameron was working on Aliens, released in 1986, and The Abyss, released in 1989.
Listen to our Aliens episode from last week.
Yes.
If you haven't already.
Yes, please. It also didn't help that a dispute with rights holder Hemdale Film Corporation had been going on since The Terminator's release.
This is always so crazy to me.
Yeah, and I apologize to any fans of John Daly, but I'm going to shit on him a lot.
Wait, who's John Daly?
He's the Hemdale co-founder.
Oh.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Okay. Against Cameron's wishes, John Daly had attempted to alter the ending of The Terminator, and they nearly came to blows over it.
What did he want?
I don't know. But he literally went in and just started changing it, and then Cameron found out and came in and was like, "What are you doing?" And
I think we should have Doc Brown come in the end and grab Sarah Connor and take her to Western Times.
the problem was that a sequel could not be made without Hemdale's approval, as Cameron had sold 50% of his rights to the company to get the Terminator made.
You know, You do desperate things when you're young and hungry.
You know you need a budget.
Yep.
So you do it.
Yep.
And that's what it is.
Especially if you're myopically creative like he is,
Yeah.
and he needs to get his vision of that film on there, and he'll sacrifice whatever.
Yeah.
And then, hindsight, you're like, oops.
Yeah. Additionally, Cameron had also sold half of the remaining stake to his ex-wife, Gail Ann Hurd, producer and co-writer on the first film, for $1 following their 1989 divorce.
Well, that's fair. I mean, she is the partner in
Yeah.
this.
And she technically was a producer on this as well.
And a co-writer.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's her baby, too.
Yeah, and it's funny because if you listen to our Aliens episode, they had just gotten married before the Aliens episode, and I'm pretty sure Cameron will have gone through 2 more marriages by the end of the script.
He's got a wandering eye. He is a bit of a son of a bitch
Yeah,
when it comes
yeah.
to women. He's a bit of a scumbag.
Yeah. By 1990, Hemdale, specifically John Daly, was so shitty that they were being sued by Cameron, Schwarzenegger, Hurd, and special effects artist Stan Winston for unpaid profits from the Terminator.
Why are you guys all suing me? I mean,
Yeah.
You're just a bunch of jerks.
Hemdale was just not good at business, aka John Daly, including getting HBO sued by Vestron Video because Daly sold the video rights to Platoon and Hoosiers to Vestron first, then had some beef with Vestron, and turned around and sold the video rights to HBO.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a sneak.
That is so effed up, by the way.
Yeah, he literally just sold the rights twice. He should be in jail.
Well, I worked on a movie, Ain't Gotta Lie to Kick It. And I was like the only white guy in the movie. It was like somebody was trying, it was this guy that was trying to capitalize on the, Boys in the Hood and the whole, resurgence of young black cinema. And my best friend at the time, Sean was the DP. And they had already made a deal with a distributor. And then they retitled the film, I think Lincoln Park, and sold it to Blockbuster.
Oh.
And so they got sued and sucked
yeah.
my friend in, who's just the DP,
no.
and it cost him $5,000
Oh, God.
to get out of that lawsuit.
Wow.
Just to get out of a lawsuit he
Wow.
had nothing to do with.
That's
so
crazy.
people don't F with rights because you will always get screwed.
You will lose. Yeah. Schwarzenegger knew that Hemdale was having problems, so he turned to Mario Kassar at Carolco to buy the rights film to the Terminator.
I think I figured out why it's Carolco. Because it's probably Carolco, because I think it's named after somebody's mother named Carol, and it's like Carol Company.
I don't think it is.
Really?
It means something in French.
Okay.
And I don't remember what it is.
It means my mother Carol.
Because he is... I don't remember. Anyway. I don't know. It's weird. I always called it Carolco because I assumed it was named after somebody
Sure.
named Carol.
But I think it's Carolco.
But it's Carolco.
Yeah.
From interviews I saw with Mario Kassar, it's Carolco.
You would know.
Yeah. Kassar has said that it was the most difficult deal he'd ever made. He paid $10 million to Hemdale and $5 million to Hurd, but by the time that the film was going to development, acquisition ended up costing over $17 million.
So did he buy Hurd's rights?
He did.
For $5 million?
Yep.
Okay. That seems a little short-sighted on her point.
10 from, well, I mean, whatever. She still got labeled as executive producer in this and got a cut of the profits.
Oh, okay.
So
she still
whatever.
has it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Whatever.
As long as she's still involved in the sequels and getting
Yeah,
money off of it.
I don't know if she was like hands-on producing like she did with his earlier films.
But she gets a check.
But she's definitely getting a check.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. If they claim it made a profit.
Man, is this Fox? No, this is
No.
Fox
This is
is
an
the-
indie movie. This is the most expensive indie movie ever made.
Yes.
To that point. Yeah.
But Fox, they're assholes
Yeah, they
about accounting. They're
we'll
voodoo
get
accounting.
into what this actually cost Carolco. Yeah. Kassar approached Cameron and told him that Terminator 2 was going forward with or without him to ensure Carolco recouped their investment.
Made sense.
Kassar then sweetened the deal by offering Cameron $6 million to write and direct the movie.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice paycheck.
It's only $1 million more than he paid Ann Hurd for the rights. She got $1 million less to do nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Complicating things was that Carolco had a distribution deal with TriStar Pictures that stated that Terminator 2 needed to be released on May 27th, 1991.
I hate that, man.
Yeah, again, though, this was them trying to get money.
Yes.
Like, he claimed later, and I don't think I put this in the script, but he claimed that they had 125% of the budget already sold.
Oh, wow.
So like it with rights to like video and international
Foreign rights,
and all
yeah.
this stuff, like 125%.
Yeah.
So no matter how much it cost, they were going to make money.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a smart way to do it.
It is. And having worked at a distribution company for a long time, you had to do it that way. Like there was no other way to do it.
Yeah.
So when they go, well, here's the deal. We'll pay you this $40 million or whatever, but the movie has to be out in a year.
That's so stupid. I don't think they do that as much now. They don't chase dates as much.
No, I mean studios will do stuff, but they're more okay with just like, okay, just kidding. That's not reasonable.
At this point, they kind of divvy up the holidays. Like, okay, you could put your movie on the 4th. I'll put mine on Memorial Day.
Plenty of times where movies get changed because suddenly something bigger is getting released and they don't want to compete.
But it baffles me that you've got this $150 million, not this, but you have a $150 million movie that you're just ham-fisting and slamming into a slot that's going to, obviously hurt the box office, obviously hurt the product in the long run.
Yeah, of course.
So it just shows you how absolutely stupid most executives are.
Well, to get into the details of how stupid this date was, Cameron only had 6 to 7 weeks to write the actual sequel.
That's insane. But
for a big-ass movie like this,
Yeah, but as a Corman acolyte, he
liked working fast, and he did. He approached William Wisher, who helped Cameron with dialogue on the first Terminator and had co-written the novelization of that movie.
Nice.
Cameron said to Wisher,
The good news is we're making the sequel. The bad news is we're already several months behind schedule. That's so funny.
womp womp.
I'm getting married again.
They started work on a treatment in March of 1990, with Cameron wanting to get away from the science fiction slasher aspect of the first movie and focus more on a family bonding between John Connor and the T-800.
Mike, if I heard that, I would be like, James, stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Well, William Wisher agreed and thought it was the stupidest thing he ever heard. Cameron compared the relationship to The Wizard of Oz and the Tin Man getting a heart, which, honestly, in hindsight, it makes sense because it does give more to the Terminator.
Yes.
And makes, I'm sure it entices Schwarzenegger more to come back.
Yes.
So, fun fact, the phrase "Hasta la vista, baby" was put in the script because Cameron and Wisher would say it to each other after they got off the phone during development meetings.
I hate them both. I hate them.
Hasta la vista,
I
baby.
literally included this because I knew it would drive you insane.
Hasta la vista, baby.
This is going to be great. Hasta la vista, baby.
That's so cool. Can you imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger saying it, man? It's our private joke.
My finger's in my butthole.
Oh, hasta la vista, baby.
Wisher worked on the first half of the film while Cameron worked on the second half, or last half, I guess. While Cameron didn't bother to think about a budget while writing, he did confer with ILM quite a bit to pitch ideas that he might be cost prohibitive. For example, a 9-minute sequence at the beginning of the film set in Ravaged 2029 featuring a giant time machine.
Weird.
Yeah, he really wanted to do it, and they were like, there's no effing way, it's way too expensive. And he goes, okay.
So he actually wanted to show the time machine.
Yeah, like how it worked.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Cameron and Wisher refined the script over 3 days before heading to Cannes in May of 1990 and announcing the movie. Apparently, the final script, because they had some special thing in Cannes, and a bunch of these Kuroko people were going to be there, including like Sylvester Stallone and a bunch of people that were flying a private plane over.
Oh.
And he actually worked overnight, caused the plane to be delayed, then got into a limo, handed the script to Mario Kassar, got on the plane, and slept the entire flight.
Who?
James Cameron.
Oh, wow.
Because he literally finished it at like an hour later than they were supposed to be leaving, and he got in and took off, and then they announced it, and it was like, because they had to announce that it was happening.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And, he's like in college pulling an all-nighter.
Yeah.
$6 million all-nighter.
Yeah. Hey, they got their money's worth.
Sure did.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger came back as the Terminator, the T-800 Model 101.
Nice.
101.
When reading the new script, Schwarzenegger had some issues with the technical aspects, like not understanding what a polyalloy was.
Look, I don't know what a polyalloy is. You need to explain it to me in great detail.
And you know what Cameron's response was?
What?
I made it up. It doesn't matter.
That's very disingenuous of you.
There's no such thing as a polyalloy. That is like liquid metal.
Liquid metal.
He was also concerned that his Terminator in this film was so peaceful, which might conflict with the action hero persona that he'd been developing since the Terminator in 1984.
Oh, look, James, I need to kill at least 40 people in every movie, or people will be very disappointed. I don't get to kill anyone. I have to shoot them in the legs. I have to shoot them in the foot. It is very silly, and you have me with a boy who says stupid things to me.
Cameron soothed him with promises of defying audiences' reactions, and Arnie's response was,
Just make me look cool.
Yeah. The action movies that Schwarzenegger were in since The Terminator were Red Sonja, released in 1985, a fantasy film set in the same time as the Conan movies, but with Arnie playing a different character.
That's what sank the movie. Because A, he was a supporting character and everybody thought he was going to be the star.
Yeah.
And B, he's not playing Conan.
It was weird.
Super weird.
Yeah.
And C, not a very good movie.
No, it just wasn't a very good movie. I think that would be A. Not a very good movie. Commando, also released in 1985, with Arnie playing a special forces commando who has to find his abducted daughter.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, that is what that's from.
Don't wake him up.
He was in Raw Deal in 1986, with Arnie playing an ex-FBI agent turned sheriff who has to defeat the mafia.
I'm going to defeat the mafia, the mafiosos, the capos.
He was in Predator in 1987, which started a giant media franchise, which we've covered Predator 2. We've never actually covered the first movie.
Is that true?
Correct. The Running Man in 1987, the first adaptation of the Stephen King novella.
Oh, I'm running. I'm running for my life.
Love that movie so much.
Same.
Red Heat in 1988 with Jim Belushi, having Arnie playing a Soviet detective.
Yes, a Soviet detective who doesn't do a Russian accent at all. He's Austrian.
Sounds very Austrian.
Yes.
And then Total Recall in 1990, the Philip K. Dick adaptation.
Oh, that woman has 3 boobies.
That's my favorite line.
Also, love that movie. We did cover Total Recall, so please listen to our Total Recall episode.
Yes, please do.
In total, these 7 movies would earn $513.3 million at the box office, with Red Sonja being the only flop.
Well, it's because I wasn't the star.
Yeah, it only made $6 million on a $9 million budget.
Oh, it besmirches my record.
The real irony is that Arnie did 2 comedies at the same time, Twins in 1988 and Kindergarten Cop in 1990, and his total box office with all of those movies combined was $913.9 million.
It's so crazy. I totally thought that the comedies were after Terminator 2. I have
No.
my Arnie timeline is so messed up.
The amazing thing is that 2 comedies made just about $80 million less than all of his action movies.
Well, they were good comedies.
They were great comedies. Great comedies.
It was so much fun to
Yeah.
see the Terminator
Yeah.
being a goof.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially in Twins when he's just such a sweet
He's just such a great character.
and he's like
All right, we're going now.
when he gets he gets laid for the first time, that look on his face. By Kelly Preston.
Yeah, yeah. Mario Casar gave Arnie a slightly used Gulfstream 3 airplane worth about $12.5 million for agreeing to star in the movie.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
The 80s and 90s.
Mario Casar was accused of being the sole reason why actors were paid too much.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Along with the plane, Schwarzenegger was paid another $2.5 million, making his total salary around $15 million, more than twice the original budget of the Terminator itself.
You know, man, I don't think I could ever be really rich because it would make me so nervous to own a plane. And it's like, why?
Yeah,
I would just feel
yeah.
weird having all this stuff.
Every time I wasn't using the plane, I'd be like, I should be using the
I should be
plane.
using the plane. But if you drive your plane all over the place, then you're just a big carbon footprint.
Yeah,
it's like,
I would just sell the plane.
honestly, though, I get it with people like Arnold who has to fly all over the world all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes sense. And is he a pilot too?
No,
He's not like John
I don't
Travolta
think
or,
so, no.
or Harrison Ford.
no, I don't. Not that I know of, at least.
I get it.
It was a status symbol. I mean,
get
it was,
But that amount of money is so baffling to me.
just the amount of money it would cost to keep it up.
Yes.
Like, that's not worth it to me.
To be able to have all these houses, I could never have more than one house, more than maybe 2 cars. It seems
Every time I was in one house, I'd be like, why am I not in the other house?
it baffles me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess a lot of people.
I can imagine if you did a lot of business, like the people that do East Coast, West Coast.
Sure.
Like, I can imagine having a townhouse somewhere in New York,
Yes.
and then here, and then spending equal time.
If you're bi-coastal, Adam.
yeah, bi-coastal. I'm bi-curious.
And bi-coastal.
Yeah.
I do my women on the West Coast and my men on the East.
Okay. So in total, he would have 700 words of dialogue, meaning he was paid $21,429 per word.
Oh, my God.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Cost $85,716.
Ching, ching. Pay up. Pay
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Pay me.
Yeah. With my $12 million Gulfstream I have, yeah.
Could you imagine if we were paid
$21,429 per word.
per word?
We'd be bajillionaires
We would
by
be
now.
billionaires.
The makeup artist mixed KY jelly into Arnold's makeup for the Terminator to give him a slightly synthetic look.
Strangely enough, it was on accident. It's just already on their hands for some reason.
Yeah, well, they came in and he was like, I already put KY jelly on my face.
Oh, do you need some KY jelly? I carry it with me in case I see my friend Diddy.
This would be the highest grossing film that Schwarzenegger would ever star in. He followed this up with The Misunderstood Last Action Hero in 1993.
Listen to our last Action Hero show.
Such a good movie. Which would still make over $137 million at the box office, but was considered a flop.
Because nobody got it. Nobody got the joke.
Yeah. He would return to action hero status by reteaming with Cameron in 1994's True Lies, making almost $379 million at the box office.
I completely forgot that a movie existed.
Oh, I love that movie
Oh,
so
it's
much.
great.
I
But
love that movie so
I
much.
completely forgot about it.
It's so good. Arnie will be seen in the upcoming film The Man with the Bag, with Schwarzenegger playing Santa Claus alongside Alan Ritchson and Aquafina.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Come and sit on Santa's lap. What do you mean I sound funny? I'm jolly.
I don't
I have a
think
jiggly
he's-
belly.
I don't think he's in it that much.
Ho, ho.
His bag gets stolen, and then I think he hires Alan Ritchson and Aquafina, who are like petty thieves, to go steal it back or something.
Got to get my bag.
Yeah. Anyway, it's going to be released on Amazon Prime on December 2nd in 2026.
Look, I'm almost 80. I can't go running around like crazy anymore.
It's going to be our Christmas movie for the year.
Sorry.
I like Alan Ritchson and Aquafina.
I do too.
It'll be, I mean, I don't know who's doing it, so it's really going to depend on the writer and director.
With the cast and the plot, it already sounds 1,000 times better than Red One.
Oh, God, yes.
That movie sucked.
Linda Hamilton came back as Sarah Connor. With the surprise success of The Terminator, Hamilton found herself a hot commodity in Hollywood.
Ooh.
She guest starred in 4 episodes of Hill Street Blues. She played the lead in Black Moon Rising, starring with Tommy Lee Jones in 1986.
Have you seen that?
No.
It's a pretty fun movie.
Oh, yeah?
It's not what you think it is. I think Tommy Lee Jones is like a car thief, and he steals this
Yeah.
weird...
I think they're both car thieves.
Maybe.
It's about a car being stolen. I know that.
Yeah, it's a very un-Tommy Lee Jones-like
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones movie.
The movie didn't set the world on fire, but it was a profitable movie, and it received favorable reviews for both the actors.
It was pretty cool.
And also in 1986, she would star in King Kong Lives, the sequel to King Kong, released in 1976.
I 100% forgot that movie existed.
I did not even know that movie existed, nor that Linda Hamilton was in it.
Oh, I saw it in the theater, baby.
Unfortunately, it was panned even harder than the original movie and was a box office flop.
See, that is absolutely remarkable. That
Yeah.
they could make a King Kong movie worse than this 1976.
I have a great idea. Let's make a sequel to that movie that didn't do well. We'll do it better.
We just make it worse.
Yeah. It was just their long-term plan to make people like the 76 version more.
Yes.
With features not panning out, Hamilton turned to TV, starring in Beauty and the Beast starting in 1987.
Ooh.
My neighbor growing up, she was, I don't know how you would call it.
Autistic?
No.
Developmentally disabled?
Developmentally disabled, thank you.
Sure.
She was very nice, but she was obsessed with Beauty and the Beast.
Nice.
Every time she'd come, like you'd see her on the street, it's all she would talk about. Beauty and the Beast.
Hey, baby, people got their thing.
And that movie, there was a show. Anyway, sorry, there was another one I just remembered with about a Asian cop that does like kung fu. It was a TV show, but he's a detective. Anyway,
Kung Fu?
yeah, no, it was. I don't remember. Anyway, the guy that's in it, I can see him, but I can't think of who it is. Anyway,
Was it 21 Jump Street?
no, no, it was not. It was a syndicate. It was like a USA show because Beauty and the Beast was on USA.
Right.
So it was something that it probably came on after it, and she became obsessed with that too.
Beauty and the Beast, co-starring the great Ron Perlman.
Yes.
One of my favorite actors ever.
It's one of those shows I literally never watched. I don't know why, because apparently it was pretty good.
I remember seeing a couple of... I think my mom watched it.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, because my mom didn't really watch anything. But I
Yeah.
may remember watching it with my folks at one time or something.
It had a very strong female lead.
Yeah.
And then the kind of, are they, aren't they, like beastophilia kind of thing.
You can't love me because I'm a beast.
Yeah.
But that's why I love you.
Yeah. Hamilton would appear in 46 episodes over 3 seasons with an Emmy nomination, but asked to be written out during the 3rd season when she became pregnant.
I think I just called it The Beast.
Yeah, unfortunately, when they wrote her out, they brought in somebody else, and then people did not care, and within half a season, it got canceled.
What about me, Ron Perlman?
Yeah,
Am I
it was-
just chopped liver?
Well, the whole, everyone was watching for the romantic romantic aspect, and then when she was gone, there was nothing of that. It was just more of the like, we're gonna do cases and
Whenever a star leaves the show, it's the beginning of the end. Whether it's The Office or The X-Files or this, you can't. When characters are so iconic, you can't just replace them.
No. In 1990, she would star in Mr. Destiny with Jim Belushi and Michael Caine.
Very underrated movie.
It was really
good.
Heavily inspired by It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
I know I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
I really like that movie. There's a couple of Jim Belushi movies that I really, really like. And this is one of them. And it's mostly because of Michael Caine. But she was really good in this.
Yeah. She received rave reviews for her part. Ultimately, the movie would fail at the box office, unfortunately.
They didn't market it well.
Yeah.
And nobody really cared about Jim Belushi.
No.
Really, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Poor Jim.
For T2...
That's why he sells weed now.
He's had a decent career.
I like Jim Belushi.
You know the money he's making off of that, according to Jim crap?
Sure.
So much money off of that.
Yeah, and making a lot of money selling weed now.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's enough money off of, according to Jim, that he just doesn't care if he sells weed or not.
Oh, he cares. He had to.
It doesn't matter if he makes a profit.
I told you this story. There's I guess a reality show about selling weed, and I haven't seen it, but I caught a clip, I guess, on YouTube or whatever, and there was this, I don't know, chain or something of weed stores that wasn't going to carry his weed anymore.
Yeah.
And so this shows you how amazing Dan Aykroyd is and how he's paid the price of his best friend dying years ago by having to hang out with his little brother. He and Belushi dressed up as the Blues Brothers.
Oh, God.
Drove to the head office and went in and charmed the pants off of this guy to get the weed sold.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I'm sure they did it for the reality show.
Dance for me, monkey, dance! For T2, Cameron refused to recast Hamilton's role, but developed plans to work around her absence in case she chose not to return.
Smart move, because you can't.
No. And T3 kind of showed that, because she was supposed to be in that, but she said no.
Yeah.
Negotiations were protracted, but concluded promptly after Cameron informed Karolko the script could not be finished until he knew if Hamilton would be involved.
That's a nice little piece of bargaining.
Yeah. He didn't have worried too much as Hamilton turned down a part in another movie after hearing a simple outline of the plot by James Cameron.
Do you know which movie?
No.
It was Sophie's Choice.
It was... Wrong time period.
They're doing a remake, a reboot.
I think it was Baby's Day Out.
Yes.
Yeah. She was playing the baby.
Yes.
Her only condition was that Sarah Connor's character should have evolved, no longer being a meek and feeble waitress. She wanted to...
be crazy!
Yeah. Which I think when she heard like what the deal was, she was like, ooh, I can actually make this really interesting.
And she did. And one of my favorite... And this is why Edward Furlong is not a complete waste in the movie. One of my favorite parts of the movie is she's like, and then they come and they're going to kill you and I'm going to get them. And mom, just give it a break.
Yeah,
she's talking
Mom,
to...
Mom, it's okay. It's
she's
okay.
talking to Joe Morton.
Yeah.
And you scumbag. He's like, Mom, just give it a
Ma,
rest.
Ma. He's right there. He seems like a nice guy, Ma.
Look on her face like, all right, I get it.
Yeah. Hamilton received roughly $1 million, which she described as...
quite a bit more
than her earnings for the Terminator, but expressed disappointment at the pay disparity between her and Arnie.
It is really gross.
Yeah.
The pay disparity, even today, between men and women, at least it's getting a little better.
Yeah.
Because, mostly because a lot of women actresses are becoming producers and creating their own content, like Reese Witherspoon or...
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah. A bunch of them. Yeah.
Yes.
Hamilton actually learned to pick locks for the scene in the mental hospital using a paperclip.
Very cool.
She did that for realsies.
Come in handy when she has to rob stuff because she's not working.
According to Cameron, Hamilton suffered permanent hearing damage in one ear during the elevator shootout because she did not insert her earplugs after removing them between takes.
There should have been a PA that triple checked that.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
AD.
The first AD should have said, everybody have their earplugs in?
Or the armorer.
Yeah.
Who...
at the end of the day, the end line is the first AD.
Yes.
It is 100% his fault.
Him and the armorer, the person.
And a little bit hers, because she should have put him back in.
Yes, well, a lot hers. Because she's dumb.
Hamilton's then 20-month-old son Dalton played the infant John Connor in the Playground Dream sequence.
He lost hearing in his ear because of the nuclear explosion.
Hamilton received weapons training from a former Israeli commando and personal physical trainer, training for 3 hours a day, 6 days a week for 13 weeks before filming.
Totally shows up on screen.
Oh
man.
my God,
She is
yes.
a bad
That opening sequence where she's doing the pull-ups.
Yeah.
Woo!
That is, I hate the word, but it is iconic.
Yeah.
That scene.
It is. Under both, she trained intensely with weapons and weights and learned judo and heavy military training techniques. She had to maintain a demanding non-fat diet even during filming and lost 12 pounds.
Yeah. The whole bullshit to be that ripped, whether you're doing Thor or whatever, the fact you have to get up like 3 a.m. and eat 6 chicken breasts.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, F that, man.
I always remember a great interview with Hugh Jackman, where he was like, they were like, "You gonna do it again?" And he was like, "I'm tired of eating boiled chicken. I'm tired of it."
I don't blame him. It is. I spent a serious amount of time getting into shape for a role, and you miss it, man. It is torture.
Yeah.
It is torture. But and you don't even feel that good. You look great, but you don't even feel very good.
Is it worth it? No.
Yes.
No, it is not.
It kind of is.
No, it is not. After training, she was able to impress Cameron by hitting every mark with a machine gun on a shooting range despite having no weapon experience beforehand, and got a special compliment from Schwarzenegger on the first day of filming for her ripped physique.
Oh, look at you. You're all buff. Did you take steroids? Did they make your testicles small like mine? Oh, you're a woman? With muscles like that? That's crazy.
Between training and being a mom, she averaged sleeping 4 hours a day during filming.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
than I get.
That sucks. Because of this punishing regimen, she declined to reprise her role for Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines.
Yeah, I get it. It's really funny, when people are like, "Oh man, so-and-so turned down like $30 million or $40 million." It's like, yeah, but they made $800 million before.
Yeah, and the other thing is Terminator 3 was literally 12 years later.
Yes.
Like, she was in her early 40s.
Yeah.
Like, you're just at the point where it's like, I know, it's just
Yeah.
not worth it.
Yeah.
Sorry. And they were going to pay her, like, half of what she got paid in T2. No, I'm just kidding. That's true.
I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Yeah. Cameron was so impressed by Linda Hamilton's acting that he campaigned for her to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress, but it was unsuccessful.
Because nobody takes action films or comedy
Well,
seriously.
it was because Sigourney Weaver got nominated for Aliens.
Right.
He was like, she deserves it. Like,
Agreed,
she
though.
absolutely deserves it.
I agree. She was great.
She was great in this.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a very complicated and energetic and different kind of performance, and very much organic in terms of all of the character changes
Yeah.
from the original to the sequel. I think it was a brilliant performance.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Both Cameron and Hamilton were annoyed during promoting T2 that all the reporters wanted to talk about was how fit she was.
Look at your arms. How'd you get your arms like that?
It's like, yeah, we also made a movie. Do you remember the movie?
Well, women weren't buff like that.
No.
It's like the bald woman in Star Trek, the motion picture.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, women don't get judged on their acting or their
I know.
It's their physical attributes, whether they're buff or bald or you got fat for this, or like Charlize Theron in The Monster. Damn, you got ugly for this.
Sure you did.
I just hate it. They never ask a man.
Yeah, no, they don't. During filming, Cameron said,
She scared the shit out of me.
which is ironic because Cameron was in the middle of divorcing movie director Catherine Bigelow when he and Hamilton started a relationship during production.
Somebody can't be alone.
So remember, he had divorced Gail Ann Hurd and
Right.
he sold the rights to Terminator for $1, had gotten married again, and was getting a divorce during this movie.
He's a scumbag.
Yeah. They had Hamilton and Cameron had a child together in 1993, but separated briefly when Cameron started having an affair with Susie Amis while they worked on Titanic.
This proves to you that women are attracted to something other than looks. Because James Cameron is a spindly, gangly nerd
Super nerd.
who's not attractive.
Never stops talking about diving underwater.
I'd like to go to the Titanic.
I want to look at shipwrecks.
I'm gonna take a submarine down to the Titanic.
Funny enough, though, despite him having this affair, they would get through it, reconcile, and actually marry in 1997, but then would divorce 2 years later.
Because there's no coming back from that. You can
Well,
pretend.
here's the thing. I don't think it was all him.
No.
Hamilton blamed her bipolar disorder with ruining their marriage.
Okay.
Her first husband left her in 1989 when she was pregnant with Dalton due to her violent mood swings and physical abuse she committed against her husband.
You have to really be fed up to leave during a pregnancy.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. She publicly apologized to her first husband in 2004.
No, that was nice.
Yeah, it was after the divorce with Cameron that she realized, like, she was undiagnosed. She realized she was like, something's wrong.
Oh, so she got help.
Yeah,
Okay,
she got
good.
help. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's not her fault. It's a
Yeah,
disease.
Yeah. Hamilton returned to Sarah.
You know what's not a disease? Cheating. So, yeah.
The response of, like, you're being weird. I'm going to go have sex with this one.
Then this other one, because I was such a nerd when I was younger that I can't say no to any woman.
Well, look, they tried to do it without getting married, and then they finally got married, and then it didn't take.
Well, ask Susie and Miss how that worked out, too, by the way.
I know.
Are they still together?
No.
No.
It was literally a production fling. Hamilton returned to Sarah Connor in 2019 with Terminator Dark Fate. Cameron produced the movie and revealed that he and Hamilton had stayed friendly after the divorce.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I think that they realized they just couldn't be together, and I think they stayed friendly because of the kid, and
Sure.
She
It happens.
Yeah. She also reprised the role of Sarah Connor in the 2019 video game Terminator Resistance, which I have been circling for years
Yes.
and not bought yet.
It keeps going on sale for like $8.
$12.49 is the thing that I keep saying, and I keep waiting for it to get cheaper.
Yeah. Once it goes under 10, I think
Yeah.
it was like $8.79 once. And
It
that was,
was,
the closest.
and I didn't get it, and I
Same.
should have, and I was so mad at myself.
It was like picking up the Nobody Wants to Die. I was like, it's not going to get lower than $6, and this
Yeah.
game deserves $6.
And this is Terminator Resistance is from the same guys that did the RoboCop
Right.
game, Rogue City,
Yeah.
and it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm actually really excited to pick it up again, having gotten back into Terminator stuff.
Yeah, me too.
But hopefully it goes on sale soon.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled.
Hamilton has stayed busy since T2, most recently appearing in 21 episodes of Resident Alien. And
So good.
So good. And 8 episodes of Stranger Things.
Great on that too. It was so much fun to see her. That's one of the things I loved about Stranger Things is they cast a lot of 80s
Yeah.
actors, but they, like her, Paul Reiser.
Yeah.
But they were so good. Or the Hobbit dude,
Sean
Astin.
Yeah.
They were all so great, though.
Yeah. And she was phenomenal on Resident Alien. If you've not seen Resident Alien, highly recommend it.
Both of these shows, her character is kind of a badass military
Yeah.
type of person and then kind of has a change of heart.
Yeah. She will be seen in the upcoming film Trust Me, I'm a Doctor, about the doctor who essentially killed Anna Nicole Smith, with Cal Penn playing the lead.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I like Cal Penn.
Yeah, it's weird. It looks really odd, but I'm curious to see.
Yeah, it's Harold and Kumar kill Anna Nicole Smith. That was the alternate title.
Edward Furlong was cast as John Connor. This was Furlong's film debut.
Yeah, no shit.
In fact, he'd never acted in anything before.
Oh, he did not.
He won the part of John Connor after being discovered by casting director Molly Finn. Molly Finn is a legend in casting.
Yes.
She's so good. She had been looking for a streetwise kid, but none of the young professional actors who had come for a screen test had been convincing enough.
Yeah, they just didn't have the chops, baby.
No, they didn't. They had too much acting skill.
Yes.
She widened her search to the Boys Club of Pasadena, where she found Furlong. Like John Connor, he had never met his father and was no longer living with his mother.
Ooh.
When she approached him, he gave her the right amount of attitude, convincing her that he could be perfect for the role.
Ugh.
I just can imagine her going up and be like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Get away from me, lady.
Mind your own business, you dumb bitch.
Hasta la vista, baby."
Talk to the hand, you whore. Oh, I like your spice. You want to be in a movie?
Although his first audition did not go well due to feeling a bit intimidated by Linda Hamilton.
Well, of course. This guy's never done anything
Linda
before.
Hamilton. I mean, plus, I'm sure she was probably like... It was probably the scene where they were in with Dyson, and he was like, what, is she okay?
Well, think about this, too, dude. Think about your first day. Look, anything. Actor, plumber, construction worker. The first day, and you're tasked to do something you've never done before with somebody who's done it for a long time in front of one of the most successful directors in history. I mean, come on.
I know.
I'll give him grace for that.
Both Finn and Cameron were impressed by his raw talent and ability to summon emotion on command.
Raw talent.
Why do you cry?
Why do you cry?
Yeah. Sorry, I apologize for my Schwarzenegger. It's really bad.
Jesus, I'm going to cry if you don't shut your stupid mouth.
After some training with a dialogue coach and displaying chemistry with Schwarzenegger, they were convinced he was the right choice.
They did have a good chemistry together.
They did.
Because those... as much as I make fun of them, and they are slightly interminable, they could have been so much worse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So much worse.
He immediately got along with Schwarzenegger, as Schwarzenegger could fill his missing father figure role both in front of and behind the camera.
Listen to me. I am not your daddy. I cannot be your daddy.
But I will be your father.
I will be your father.
Linda Hamilton joked that she experienced excruciating moments when she was forced to listen as Schwarzenegger gave Furlong advice about women.
God.
And stated that they did so well together because they were...
Emotionally the same age.
All right, here you go. Look, first of all, you want to find a girl with nice boobies. Because you're going to be very interested in boobies when you get older. And so and then your friends will be like, oh, look at the boobies on her. I'm very jealous of you. Okay, so then you just tell her whatever she wants to hear. And if she works for you, like she's your housekeeper, then have a baby with her.
And then never call her again.
Never call her again.
Although John Connor in the movie is 10 years old, Furlong was 13 at the time of filming. This is a hotly debated topic online.
We spent about 20 minutes on that yesterday.
There is a sequence at the beginning when the T-1000 is looking at Furlong's record.
Right.
And it states that he was born
85.
in 1985. Yeah. So the movie was set in 95. Doomsday is coming, or Judgment Day,
97.
sorry, is 97.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are like, but Cameron must have just messed it up. And then other people are like, Cameron would never do that.
Cameron didn't care.
And it's like, at that point, I think they found the actor they
Right.
wanted, and he looked older, so they were just like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever.
Fine. I mean,
Again,
he's not 10.
Again, like the time travel stuff, just let it go.
Just let it
Watch
go.
the movie.
Ow.
Doesn't matter. The actual time frame doesn't matter.
You look like you're 10 years old with your puny muscles and your little girly arms and your little funny stick legs. You should be ashamed. You're never going to get a girl with boobies.
Constantly crying. They're crying all the time.
Oh, you're crying. Why do you cry so goddamn much? Oh, I hate you.
Production took sufficiently long that Edward Furlong's growth caused the production team to have to make certain adjustments during the shoot. He is noticeably younger in the desert scene than in the other scenes. He had grown so much over the months that for one scene shot late in the production schedule, he had to stand in a hole in the ground in order to maintain continuity and height difference with Linda Hamilton.
Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Now.
Most of his voice had to be redubbed in post-production because it changed during shooting.
They did a great job at dubbing.
They did. His young voice is left intact only in the scene where he and the Terminator are talking about why people cry, because James Cameron wanted it to sound dramatic and thought the original audio was better.
He's right. That's the kind of scene where it has to be in the moment.
Yeah.
You're not going to recapture that. And it's a
No.
sweet little scene.
And there is a big difference between acting with someone right there and then doing voiceover without the other actor in the room.
Well, dubbing is so hard, man,
Yeah.
because not only do you have to do a full-on performance sitting in a booth watching yourself in the movie, you have
Yeah.
to match all of the dialogue.
Yeah. The response to Furlong in T2 turned him into a teen heartthrob.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Furlong tried to parlay this into a career appearing in Pet Sematary 2 in 1992,
Not very good.
Brain Scan in 1994,
Don't remember that.
Pecker and American History X in 1998.
Pecker was great, and he was great in it. That's
Yeah.
a John Waters movie.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. And again, American History X, a very interesting movie.
Great movie. I really enjoyed American History X. I thought it was done really well.
I thought it was done really well. I just think it was a little uneven, and it could have been better.
Detroit Rock City in 1999 and Animal Farm in 2000, directed by Steve Buscemi.
Was that a takeoff on the book set in prison? Was it based on the book, or was it just its own thing?
don't remember.
Because I know it was a bunch of guys in prison.
Yeah,
like Danny
yeah.
Trejo and.
I think so. Yeah.
But Detroit Rock City was fun. That was about
Yeah.
these kids going to see Kiss in the 70s.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Furlong had a lot of drug and alcohol abuse, including heroin and cocaine. He started dating his tutor from T2 in 1993 when he was 16 and she was 29.
She should be in jail.
Correct.
That is statutory rape.
He was arrested multiple times for domestic abuse, even after he first went to rehab in 2000.
Here's the thing. When you're a troubled young man, before you start the movie and get money, unless you deal with those troubles, you're going to be a very troubled young man, but
Yeah.
now you have the money to really F yourself up.
Yep. Sobriety finally stuck in 2018, and he has been sober ever since.
That is amazing, man. People, I have the utmost respect for people that can go through years and years and years of drug abuse and come out of it on the other side a better person.
Yeah.
And I've heard him I've seen interviews with him recently.
Yeah.
And he seems like he's got his shit together. And it's really interesting to hear him talk about all of the stuff that he's gone through and how
Right.
difficult it was. But man, growing up without a dad, being in the foster system, not having a mom, there are so many unresolved issues there. And being all of a sudden overnight, literally overnight, becoming this teen heartthrob and this big star and never wanting to pursue acting. This is just it's like somebody just plucking you out of the garden,
Right,
and then all of
right.
a sudden, you're the toast of the town.
Here's money.
Oh my God. And then I'm sure that there wasn't a lot of people that were there to help him. He had a lot of hangers on and people that were encouraging.
The whole story with the tutor is so messed up.
It's disgusting.
Because when they broke up, like, she tried to sue him for money,
Yeah.
and judge threw it out. But like, it
Should have
was-
thrown her in jail.
It was so it was so stupid.
Yeah, it just sucks. And unfortunately, with celebrities, there's this gleeful celebration of disaster and
Right.
and pain and destruction. That's the thing that I just don't understand about people is the fact that they build something up and then they want to destroy it.
Right.
Whether it's Star Wars or people or it's just this gleeful like, no, they're not that great. You're not that great.
Right.
It's like, F you, man. You don't know what this kid's been through. Jesus.
His issues also affected his career, with almost all of his work being straight to video after 2000. In July of 2019, Cameron confirmed that Furlong would be returning to the role of John Connor in Terminator Dark Fate.
Oh.
Because the story depicted his character shortly after the events of Terminator 2, Furlong's facial likeness was used via CGI, with teenage Drew DeCauley used as a body double, giving the physical performance to which Furlong's digitally de-aged face was added.
That, if I'm remembering correctly, that's such a great scene because
It
he's
is.
just sitting there eating breakfast or something and then the Terminator comes in and just murders
They were in
him.
Mexico. Yeah. He was involved in filming for facial capture purposes for the opening scene of the movie, in which a young John Connor is killed off. They are in a bar in Mexico eating breakfast or something, and then he comes in and shotguns him, looks around, and then walks out.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Dark Fate, to be honest, of all of them, and we'll talk about this. I think we talk about this more later.
Yeah.
It's technically a sequel to T2.
Yes.
And it's more interesting. I like what they did with it.
It's got its moments, but it's still you take Cameron out of the project and it just doesn't.
Well,
it's
he was,
not
he was
Aliens.
involved in it.
Yeah, but he didn't direct it.
No.
He didn't write it.
No.
But I'm just saying, it's like, I get it. Him being involved in it made it better than the other sequels, but him not shepherding it, it doesn't
Right.
have that magic that he has, that he can tell a great action story like nobody else.
Edward Furlong most recently appeared in the Lovecraftian movie Unspeakable Beyond the Wall of Sleep in 2024.
Cool.
Yeah.
Glad he's working.
Yeah. Robert Patrick was cast as the T-1000, the polyalloy liquid metal. Yeah.
I don't understand what that means.
Patrick started his career in bad B action movies produced by Roger Corman and all shot in the Philippines.
Nice.
His first Hollywood movie was Die Hard 2, playing a henchman.
Yeah, man. Die Hard 2.
I do not remember him in that movie at all.
Die Hard 2. Die Hard in an airport.
Yeah, well, I remember being in an airport. I just don't remember him. I don't even remember who the bad guy was.
It was William Sadler.
Was
like,
it?
Yeah. And the one thing I do remember is him doing his naked Tai Chi.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now that you say that.
It's like, I'm going to take a break from all of this shenanigans to get new.
Wait, it
to
wasn't
do
even
some
like
Tai
the
Chi.
opening where he was like
I don't
the
remember.
bad guy? Okay.
I just remember, like, maybe that's how they introduced him was
The
doing
naked, that's what it would be. My thought was that it would be naked Tai Chi, because then it's like, oh, look at him. He's so crazy.
It just demonstrates how amazing an actor William Sadler is. That he could go from some crazy badass naked Tai Chi wearing bad guy in Die Hard 2 and then be the super supplicant transmogrification from The Mist.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't he also William Sadler, wasn't he the guy in Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah.
The with the eyes?
He
No.
was one of the friends. He was one of the good
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, no, that's right. That's right. That's
one of
right.
the
Not
the
one
good
of the
guys. One of the
good
inmates.
He only murdered his family. It's fine.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I was just trying to picture William Sadler, and I
Yeah.
could not. But now thinking about Shawshank Redemption, I remember. Yeah.
He's one of my absolute favorite character actors.
It's so funny. The Die Hard franchise is one of those. Die Hard 2 definitely would not be in a month like this with the not so terrible twos. But because of that, I literally think I've only seen it once.
I'm pretty sure I watched it a few times, like back in the day, because being such a
Sure, but it's a Die Hard movie, like I imagine. But as soon as Die Hard with a Vengeance came out, it was like 2 doesn't even exist to me.
Yeah, look, 2 is weak because it's basically the same movie at an airport. They just did what every bad sequel does,
Right.
which is blow it up, And then I love 3 with Sam Jackson.
Right.
I know everybody doesn't like. I loved it, and I also loved the one with Timothy Olyphant.
You know, I found out recently. I didn't know this, and eventually at some point we'll cover Die Hard with a Vengeance. But you know, originally that was going to be a Lethal Weapon movie.
Really?
That's why Sam Jackson was in it. They literally did all this pre-production on it to be a Lethal Weapon movie, and then they decided not to. And they're like, "Oh, we'll make it a Die Hard movie," and then brought in Sam Jackson to be the buddy in the movie.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought it was fascinating.
That would have been a cool.
Yeah. It would have been a great Lethal Weapon movie.
A lot better than Lethal Weapon 3, that's for sure. Just drop the ball. Nothing like corrupt construction making cops.
Yeah.
To be the bad guy.
That's what I want to make a movie about. Yeah.
That movie. Oh, such a disappointment.
So Billy Idol was actually cast as the T-1000 before Patrick, but injured his leg in a motorcycle accident and had to drop out.
What? Billy
Yeah.
Idol?
Look, I can see the look because Robert Patrick in this movie and Billy Idol have that same kind of jawline and the eagle-like features, the Aqualine, I guess, or whatever.
Sure.
But Billy Idol is not an actor.
No, and he would be doing that stupid. Much like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, his signature move of his little sneer, it would be. There would have been a moment where he kind of looked at the camera and was like, "Oh, I'm staring," and
Yeah,
then they have to put one of his stupid songs in there. There'd be like a scene of the T-8000 having to infiltrate some dance club and
Or they show up at a white wedding.
yes, a white wedding.
Yeah,
they'd show up at a white wedding and then he'd look at the camera and give a little sneer.
The best acting that Billy Idol's ever done was playing himself in The Wedding Singer, and that's
great.
That's all we need.
Yeah, because I can't. That's just that was a studio bullshit.
Of course it was.
There's no way that Cameron was looking to.
We need some corporate synergy with our records division.
Let's get an actor. Let's get a musician who's never really acted before.
Yeah.
because he's got the look.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of lines. It'll be okay.
It would have been so distracting. It would have ruined the movie.
I agree.
Or he would have had a complete career turnaround. But I doubt that's what would
And
have
maybe by now he would have won an Oscar.
I love Billy Idol. I loved him as a kid. Loved his music. Stick to your music.
Not
buddy.
everybody needs to be a multi-hyphenate.
I know. I'm looking at you, Bruce Willis, with your Return to Bruno. Sorry to kick a
Murphy.
man. Yeah, and Eddie Murphy.
2 was enough. Stand-up comedian and actors, plenty.
My good likes to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
All right. Well, that was wow. We harmonized really well.
Nice. We're gonna we're gonna put out a Gen X Files album where we're gonna cover all the horrible songs that actors made.
Yeah.
In the 80s and 90s.
And we're going to title the album, I Swear We're Not Multi-Hyphenates.
3 seconds listening to it, you'll figure that out on yourself.
So Robert Patrick, who was always broke, was living in his car when he auditioned for T2. Apparently he was dating somebody at the time, and he preferred living very meagerly.
Okay.
He was I think he saved a lot of money. But I think a lot of that was living in the Philippines and doing all those movies. He was just and then obviously coming back to California, things are much more expensive.
Yes.
But casting director Molly Finn believed Patrick had the
Intense presence.
that they wanted. Patrick auditioned by acting like an emotionless hunter and later participated in a screen test to judge the way lighting worked with his skin and eyes.
Nice. He has really beautiful eyes.
He looked amazing in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was perfectly cast.
Yeah.
Cannot think. He was so good in that role that I cannot think of anybody else doing that role.
It finally fulfills the promise of the first Terminator, where Kyle Reese is telling him they created the Terminators to blend in with people. And it's like, did you see Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
Because he does not blend in with people.
Well, look, right before the apocalypse, there was this huge Jim Boone, and everybody pretty much bulked up, and they all looked like Arnold. So it's not their fault.
No, okay, that's true. That's true. I'll take it. For his character, he drew inspiration from Schwarzenegger's performance in The Terminator and observed hunting creatures like reptiles, insects, cats, and sharks.
Yeah, it's really apparent if you watch his performance carefully that he's animalistic.
His facial expressions were based on those of an eagle, keeping his head tilted down to imply constant forward movement.
Very cool.
Which I always saw but never realized until watching it again, knowing that, and it's so dead on.
Oh, yeah. And it's really important for intimidation purposes to keep your jaw down and your eyes up.
Because it's intense and it's frightening. Yeah.
And he's got a really good resting, sinister face.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. He also employed a mixture of military posture with martial arts to express a fluid motion that differed from the T-800's rigid movements. The role demanded that Patrick be lean and fast, requiring peak physical shape, so he undertook a rigorous running regime and practiced breathing only through his nose in order to appear to be a cyborg that could run at high speeds without showing fatigue.
Really smart.
He had trained so hard that he was able to catch up to Edward Furlong on his dirt bike with ease.
Yeah, it was really intimidating when he ran. And even when he was running after
Yeah.
the car and he jumped on with those little hooks.
Yeah, there was supposedly there was a story that he was they were. I think when they're talking about here, the dirt bike thing was right when he gets out of the mall.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not like he was going like 40 miles an
No,
hour.
'cause
I mean, he was
that's
just trying to
impossible.
get through a parking lot, and I think he caught him.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, well, you can't actually catch him because that would defeat the whole purpose of the
Right.
movie. But apparently there was a point, I think during the river scene, where he was on the bike and... Or something after that, where he actually ran up and like tapped him on the shoulder.
Oh.
But he was on a trailer being towed by a car.
Okay.
And they were like, oh, I don't know if that's actually true or not. I didn't include it because I think it sounds like bullshit. But,
Yeah, it's a little convoluted.
yeah. But anyway, he ran really fast. At the end of the day, he ran
did.
really fast.
He did. That's not a special effect.
He conditioned himself to fire his gun without flinching and to fire and reload both left and right-handed, since a robot wouldn't be left or right-handed dominant like a human.
And what's so incredible about that is it's so seamless that you don't even notice it. But it is something that you do notice when it's happening. Like, I cannot stand watching cops, quoties, guys playing cops or whatever, or military guys firing their guns and like,
Oh,
they're
yeah, the
blinking,
constant
flinching.
blinking. It's like you wouldn't do that.
No, and especially if you're a robot.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have a flinch. You don't have that motor response.
No, you wouldn't. Why would you?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The loud noise doesn't matter. It doesn't, the feeling, it doesn't matter.
But those are the brilliant touches that made the performance so memorable, because a lot of guys wouldn't be thinking about being ambidextrous, or they wouldn't be thinking about those tiny little details. But
Yes.
those details are what makes this and I hate this word,
Yeah.
but it is an iconic performance.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
it to me is, I'm not going to say it's better than Arnie. It's different, but it is more disciplined, and it's
definitely more nuanced.
Yes.
Yeah. In which, granted, I mean, it's the character, but, and I think Arnie did a great job in this. I think he
I
definitely
guess-
expanded out the,
what I'm trying to say. Like, here's how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the first movie and in the second movie, Arnold is kind of the older model.
Yeah,
A little
yeah.
clunkier.
Yeah.
And he plays that really well.
Yeah.
But if you're going to have this sleek new sports car,
Right,
that is
right,
Robert
right.
Pattinson's, was the T1000.
1,000. Yeah.
Of course, it's going to have these upgrades.
Yeah, definitely.
And so he, like you said, he took the base of Arnold's performance. It's really good.
Yeah.
And in both movies, really good. And he did, he's like the Mac 6 versus the Mac 2, the
Yeah,
computer.
yeah. Right.
And I think he did a brilliant job doing that. And that's what makes these two Terminators complement each other. And especially when they're fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you've got the old clunky model trying to take on this Ferrari, man.
You just assume that he's going to lose.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he does.
Yeah, yeah.
until he doesn't.
There's so many little details about this, like when the T-1000 goes to the house and he asks about, it's like, if it was the T-800, he just would have killed both of them and then waited for John to come home.
I'm looking for John Connor.
But the T-1000 asks and says, hey, can I have a picture? I'm going to correct the problem that the idiot T-800 had 10 years ago.
Well, like you said too, he blends in a lot more, not
Yeah.
being Arnold.
Yeah,
You know,
it's not just
if
huge and...
you didn't know who Arnold was, as a
Right.
performer, and
Right.
that dude comes knocking on your door wearing biker leathers and
Yeah. Well, yeah.
you Sarah Connor. You're not going to be very receptive to
no,
it.
of course not. Yeah, it was very smart. I also do want to point out that with the whole not flinching thing, Linda Hamilton did the exact same thing,
Yeah.
which is to me again such a good nuance and makes this so much deeper because she becomes so much more like the Terminator in this movie, and her not flinching and just being so driven it just makes this just so much more interesting.
Well, she is a machine because she's suffering from severe PTSD.
Yeah.
And that she'll never recover from. And so one of the most important scenes in the whole movie is where she finally breaks down.
Yeah.
And John's
Yeah.
comforting her, and it's like, calm down. It's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Calm down.
yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, like this. You have to put all this on your shoulders.
Right.
It's okay.
And she just loses it. And that's so realistic. And because you can't keep up that level of hubris and
No.
and whatever.
Because you aren't a machine.
No, the more you push it down, the bigger it's going to get when
Right.
it explodes.
Right.
And that was great.
Yeah, yeah. So after T2, Robert Patrick would appear in Fire in the Sky in 1993, which led to Chris Carter casting him in The X-Files in 2000.
I'd like to see Fire in the Sky again.
You know, I would too. I keep seeing stills from it, and there's like parts of it I just don't remember.
I get that one also confused with the Christopher Walken abduction movie.
I know you're talking about. I don't remember the title of it.
I don't
Yeah.
either.
Yeah,
It was like The Visitor or something, or
something like that. Yeah. Robert Patrick appeared in 41 episodes of The X-Files, but it was after David Duchovny left the show and audience interest waned, with it being canceled 2 years later.
That's the toughest, most unsung hero job in Hollywood
Yeah,
there is
yeah.
coming in and filling the shoes of a main character
Right,
of a beloved
right.
series.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
an uphill battle that is so difficult. I mean, you got to give props to Kirstie Alley.
Oh, yeah.
Because coming in there and she made
She owned it.
exactly.
Yeah.
We forgot about Diane Chambers.
Thankfully, we forgot about Diane.
Oh, she's not that bad. But
No, she's not. She was good in the show.
But he was partnered with Annabelle Gish in it because I didn't think they had.
I never watched the show after David Duchovny and I almost said Taya Leone.
Ooh, this is his wife.
Nope.
Gillian Anderson.
Yeah, which funny thing is she's not a redhead. Anyway, once David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson left, and to be honest, even before they left, I had kind of stopped watching the show.
Yeah.
Like it came at a point where I was in college and it wasn't, it kind of went by the wayside.
I'm pretty sure I still watched till the end, and he wasn't bad or anything.
Yeah, I imagine he was good. I mean,
It was just different, and it wasn't the same. And you have the magic that was the chemistry between Gillian
yeah.
and David,
yeah,
as I called him.
David,
We're so close.
Dave.
Davey. It's hard to replicate. Like I said, it is the Rebecca Diane Chambers situation is very rare.
It's very, very rare for someone to come in and kind of make it their own and make the show just as good, if not better.
Look at The Office. Look at
Although I always, having rewatched those end seasons again, I still really love that show.
they're not bad, and just like The X-Files isn't bad. It's just different, and it's
just not the same. Yeah.
it's desperately trying to hold on to something that needs to die.
Right.
Is basically
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. That's true.
It's like life support. It's the Hollywood version of brain dead and just not willing to pull the plug and give the organs to people that deserve it. And the organs are actors going to other shows.
Right.
In my analogy.
Right. So Patrick will next be seen in Diamond, the movie Diamond, directed by Andy Garcia. It comes out sometime this year or next year.
Oh, weird. I didn't know Andy Garcia was a director.
Yeah, I think he's directed a few things. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he's directed. I think we've talked about him directing before on the show.
Very cool. I'm a big fan of Andy Garcia.
Yeah, he's good. Earl Boen came back as Dr. Peter Silberman.
He's hilarious.
Bowen made his feature film debut in Mr. Billion in 1977, starring Terrence Hill and Jackie Gleason.
How sweet it is.
He appeared in a few films and a ton of TV, but his real bread and butter was doing voiceovers. Bowen is the only minor character to return from the Terminator. He would actually reprise the role in Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines in 2003.
The growth of his character is great. It's one of the best things of the franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Because watching him from 1 and then 2 where he's super smug.
Yeah,
And- and then
he's like, I'm gonna win awards. I'm gonna win awards for this.
And then that smug smile is
Oh my
ripped
god,
from his
It's
face.
such a great moment where he's like, oh my god, it was all real. It was all real.
Well, I also love when she just busts his arm and sticks the cleaning fluid syringe in his neck.
Yeah.
And it just shows his character is such a coward.
Ironically, Terminator 3 would be his last on-screen appearance, shifting to just doing voiceover after.
I wonder why.
He was very, very proficient and prolific. Sorry, very prolific in doing voiceover.
It's a much easier gig, too.
Yeah. His first voiceover job was for the TV series G.I. Joe, voicing the character of Taurus, and also for G.I. Joe the movie in 1987.
Nice. Listen to our... Nope.
No.
We didn't do G.I. Joe.
wish.
We did Transformers.
Yeah, we did.
We'll do G.I. Joe because it's got...
I love the G.I. Joe the movie.
well, it's got show favorite from Miami Vice.
Yeah.
Crockett.
Don.
Don Johnson.
There you go. Don Johnson, yeah. He's so good.
Ron Weiner. I don't know why.
Ron Weiner. So Boen voiced characters in 124 TV shows, movies, and video games after that, including
Star Trek The Next Generation, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, The Further Adventures of Super Ted, Pride of the X-Men, Fantastic Max, The Secret of Monkey Island, The Addams Family, Bunkers, Problem Child, Batman the Animated Series, Animaniacs, Wing Commander Academy, The Mask, Bruno the Kid, Spider-Man the Animated Series, Zorro, The Fantastic Voyages of Sinbad the Sailor, Baldur's Gate, the original saga, Clifford the Big Red Dog, Black and White, Dexter's Laboratory, Call of Duty, Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, Kim Possible, Psychonauts, and World of Warcraft Legion.
Yeah, pretty good mix of movies, TV shows, and video games in there.
Some good ones.
Yeah.
Animaniacs, man.
Yeah.
Batman the Animated Series, man.
Wing Commander Academy. I was so obsessed with the Wing Commander games when I was young.
They're cool.
Yeah. Sadly, Boen was diagnosed with lung cancer in the fall of 2022. He died in Honolulu on January 5th, 2023, at the age of 81.
Getting old sucks. Everything catches up to you.
He did a ton of other TV shows, like live-action TV stuff, but I didn't include it because I assume at some point we will be talking about him again.
Sure.
Because he literally was in almost everything.
Yes, he was a great character actor, always solid. And, just from this giant list, he had a great voice.
Even if he just did Terminator or Terminator 2, he would be one of the best character actors ever.
Such a great performance, too.
Yeah.
He is great at being condescending.
Oh, my God. So good. So good. Joe Morton was cast as Miles Bennett Dyson.
Boom!
Okay.
That's my impersonation.
Yeah, right. Denzel Washington turned down the role of Miles Bennett Dyson, saying,
No offense to Jim Cameron, but when I read the script, I thought, all he does is look scared and sweat. Had to pass.
Yeah.
That's my Denzel Washington.
He's not wrong, but, it's okay. But I thought Joe Morton did a great job with the character.
Joe Morton is an exceptional actor, and I would say he's just as good as Denzel Washington, just doesn't have the same cachet. But if you want to see an amazing performance with very little dialogue, Brother from Another Planet, John Sayles.
Yeah.
Woo, I loved him. That was the first thing I saw Morton in because I was a huge John Sayles fan back in the day from, being a little indie snoot.
Right.
So, yeah, man, I love that guy.
Morton was born in Harlem and was 10 when his dad died. He studied drama at Hofstra University. He studied on Broadway, performing in Hair, Two Gentlemen of Verona, and Raisin, which garnered him a Tony Award nomination.
Nice.
Looks like a lot of Broadway actors, he compensated his income by making appearances on a soap opera, appearing in Search for Tomorrow, the CBS soap opera that was in its 22nd season when Morton joined. He was in 213 episodes during the 1973-74 season. He would later appear on Another World and All My Children.
It's so funny. Back then, soap operas were so popular, and they were everywhere. And it was almost like welfare for Broadway actors.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to make it as a stage act, and that kind of went from soap operas to the Law and Order series.
Yeah.
Because it's New York. But it's crazy how many actors supplemented their income by doing a year or whatever on a soap opera, but that year is like 375 episodes.
Right. Yeah, The Search for Tomorrow was weird. It was old enough. It started in the 50s, and it was old enough that the original first 20 seasons were all 15-minute episodes.
Oh wow!
And then eventually, in 69 or 70, turned to 30-minute episodes.
That's crazy.
And it ran for another 8 years, I think. But it was weird. I always forget that it was they would just do these little bits where it's okay, now we're gonna do the news for 15 minutes, and now here's some stories.
There was a couple of, I don't know if my mom was ever really into soaps. My sister, she worked for my stepdad for a little while.
Yeah.
For his construction company at the house. And so she, on her lunch break, started watching the one with Bo and Luke. I don't know.
Days of Our Lives.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Not Bo and Luke. That's
no, Bo and Luke. Yeah.
That's the Dukes of Hazzard.
That's the Southern soap opera, Dukes of Hazzard.
But I get it, man, because I would have lunch with her occasionally and just drop in. And then, I'm like, well, what's going on with
Well,
Book?
it's yeah. What?
When did he get out of the coma? Why are they getting married? I thought the baby was an alien's baby.
Yeah. I thought she was possessed by a demon.
Yes, it's just because it's so outlandish. It's so crazy, man. It's
Yeah.
like, and now it's all stunt casting with, like Stephen A. Smith is on a soap opera.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's a little weird. The fact that they're still around just blows my mind. But
People love their stories.
Days of Our Lives is still running.
Well, they're
Every time I finish the last episode for the week of Jeopardy, it always wants to start Days of Our Lives, and I was like, "Do you really think these audiences intermingle?"
dude. The amount of old shut-ins increases every day. and
Yeah,
they
that's
need
true.
Entertainment.
That's true.
Some people don't have streaming; they just have
No,
regular
that's
TV.
true. That's true. Morton's feature film debut was in Between the Lines in 1977, directed by Joan Micklin Silver, who would go on to direct Loverboy.
Loverboy. Listen to our Loverboy
Yeah.
episode. Talking about Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, that's true. He would also appear in And Justice for All in 1979, The Clairvoyant in 1982, and Curse of the Pink Panther in 1983.
That's
Yeah.
the one. Poor guy.
Yeah. In 19...
Oh, hey, Joe, I got you in the new Pink Panther movie. I thought Peter Sellers was dead.
The
Well-
man was on soap operas. I think he was just happy to get a paycheck.
Of course.
In 1984, he would get his first lead in a feature, playing the brother in The Brother from Another Planet, written and directed by John Sayles.
Oh, he's so good.
John Sayles is amazing. He would work with Sayles again in 1991 on City of Hope and Lone Star in 1996.
Oh, my God. I forgot about Lone Star.
Lone
That
Star is
is-
such a good movie.
Oh, they're all great movies. John Sayles is such an amazing storyteller.
Yeah. He also appeared on the movies.
Tap of Mice and Men, Forever Young, Speed, Executive Decision, Speed 2, Cruise Control, Blues Brothers 2000, Apt Pupil, Ali, Paycheck, and American Gangster. I felt so bad for him with the Speed franchise because he was so much fun in the first Speed as the guy with the car and the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
That, he jumps in the car.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because I was trying to remember. I was like, who's he in Speed? And I'm like, oh, yeah, he was that guy.
Was he?
Yeah. Because they brought him back for the exact same bit, but with a
Speed
boat,
2.
I think.
Oh.
And it was
I
so
do not
just
remember that at all.
ham-fisted and jammed into that horrible crap movie. Blech.
A few years before filming Terminator 2, Morton was injured in a car crash and suffered a punctured lung.
Oh, my God.
After he demonstrated its effects on his breathing to director James Cameron, Cameron decided to integrate that into Morton's character's death scene in the movie.
Very cool. It was so...
It was very realistic.
Yeah. It was so uncomfortable.
That's also one of my favorite lines in the movie when Dean Norris comes up and he looks at him and he's holding that thing and he's like he doesn't say like I got to do this because he's just like I don't know how long I can hold this.
Yep.
Get out. Like
Yeah.
run for your life.
Grow.
Yeah, it was just such a great because he's like I don't really want to be doing this, but this is what has to happen. It's such a he did it so well. So well. Oh, it's just so sad. His poor... And we talked about this, but like, I really wish that they had integrated Dyson's kid into
Yeah.
the sequels in some way.
It would have been really cool to bring him back as a villain.
Yeah.
To have him obsess over...
Like he wants the Skynet to succeed.
Well, yeah, but he also is obsessed with the Terminator.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he could have been like a tech bro millionaire kind of thing. Tech bro
I feel
villain.
like in like Dark Fate, it would have made sense to have him be that character instead of Linda Hamilton.
Right.
Where it's like he knows where they're all showing up because he just knows.
Found at some point, found his dad's old research.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
He wouldn't have been able to get rid of all that stuff in the house.
No. I see, but that's again. I feel like this is all just wasted opportunities.
Well, let's write a...
Yeah, sure. We'll just get a hold of the Jim and be like, hey, Jim.
I got him on speed dial. baby. And I have speed dial.
While his movie career was doing well, Morton never stopped working in TV, appearing in playing the lead in Grady in 1975, the spinoff of Sanford and Son.
Was that about... Well, Grady was his best friend.
Yeah.
Was he Grady's son?
It must have been. It only lasted like 4 episodes.
Or was it
didn't
like a
go very-
prequel episode and he played a young Grady?
I don't know.
The thing that's so crazy about Grady is Grady was younger than me on the Sanford.
Yeah.
And such. I think he might have been younger than you, actually. And that MFer looked like he was 70 since
Yeah.
he was 30.
Yeah. He was in 26 episodes of Equal Justice in 1990, 7 episodes of A Different World in 1992. That was my mom's.
spin-off of the show with the man to put it in your drink.
4 episodes of Smallville in 2001. 76 episodes of Eureka between 2006 and 2012.
One of my favorite underrated awesome USA shows. Like USA
yeah.
had this golden age of just awesome
Yeah.
shows like that, and Psych,
Yeah. There was a period where they had some really, really good shows.
Burn Notice, just
Burn
really
Notice, yeah.
fun
That was really good, yeah.
shows.
God, I love it. I haven't thought about Burn Notice in forever.
The thing about being a spy is
He was also in 88 episodes of Scandal between 2013 and 2018.
Heard that was great. Never saw it.
Yeah, I never watched it. 42 episodes of God Friended Me between 2018 and 2020.
Never watched that either.
Nope, didn't even know that was a thing. And most recently, 11 episodes of Going Dutch, which unfortunately was just canceled.
That's I never watched it, so I'm part of the problem. But it had a really like Danny Pudi's in it, and
Yeah, Dennis Leary.
Dennis
and
Leary?
It looked like it was interesting.
I'm a big fan of Dennis Leary.
Yeah, not big enough to watch a show.
No, I didn't watch his last two shows. I didn't watch that rock and roll show.
Oh yeah.
I didn't watch this. I'm a Rescue Me guy.
Yeah, same.
I like my Dennis Leary, extremely acerbic, alcoholic, and smoking constantly.
Yeah. He's got to have a bottle of vodka in his hand, otherwise I don't
He's got to
care.
be talking really fast. He's got to be really angry about everything.
Joe Morton will be seen in the upcoming TV series Cupertino, which is coming out sometime at the end of this year.
I asked this before. Is that about Apple?
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Interesting.
Yeah, I looked it up, but I don't remember what it is. So, some quick mentions in the cast. Jeanette Goldstein and Xander Berkeley as John's foster parents, Janelle and Todd, with Goldstein playing a completely different character from Vasquez in Aliens.
Yes, and a completely different ethnicity, too. Hey, did you ever become friends with Xander Berkeley on Facebook?
I did not.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have a lot of friends in common.
Facebook randomly puts, because I did a lot of theater in LA, randomly is like, you should be this guy's friend. And I'm like, that's Xander Berkeley. He doesn't know who I am.
Yeah, I
Why
get
would
that
I be
too.
friends with him? Yeah. Listen to our Tape Heads, our Air Force One episode for more on Xander Berkeley.
Yeah, and listen to our Aliens episode for more on Jeanette Goldstein.
Yeah. I will always be so insanely impressed with the fact that Jeanette Goldstein played Vasquez and Janelle in these two movies. Like, such diametrically different characters.
I mean, look, it's a little problematic that she did brown face, but it wasn't like, I mean, it was so believable.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just bought it. I didn't, there was no question about it.
I, to this day, until you told me, until we did the show on Aliens, I thought she was Hispanic.
Yeah, same.
I didn't know she was a fraud.
Esapatha Murkerson and Devon Nixon as Dyson's wife Teresa and son Danny.
Nice.
Murkerson is known for Law & Order, appearing in 388 episodes over 17 seasons.
Jong Jong.
Which is funny because she's so not, like, she's a very strong character on Law & Order, and the wife was just so, I'm going to hide and cry and hope that no one kills me.
Well, look, man, I would have hid and cried and hope nobody killed me,
No,
too.
it was just so very different.
If all of a sudden crazy Sarah Connor's shooting.
What is going on? Yeah.
Choo.
Nixon is known for playing Whitney Houston's son in The Bodyguard in 1992 and for portraying his father, Norm Nixon, former pro basketball player in the HBO series Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty.
Never saw it.
Winning Time? You didn't watch Winning Time? The one with what's his name playing Jerry Buss?
Oh, no, I did see that.
You watched that?
With John C. Reilly?
John C. Reilly, yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. His dad was Norm Nixon, who was a basketball player, and he was in the time, the 80s, like when, they were, or starting at mid-80s when they started getting really big, and he played him in the show.
Very cool.
There was a point where Devon Nixon, he did not act for a long time, like 15 years, and he came back and started acting again.
To play his dad.
Yeah. Danny Cooksey was cast as John's friend Tim. Cooksey is known for appearing in the last 3 seasons of Different Strokes, as well as Salute Your Shorts, and mostly does voiceover now.
Look, that kid was cute and he was fine, but it just was so... It's just Cousin Oliver. These poor kids.
Yeah,
and they're
I
kids,
know.
by the way. And people were so maliciously cruel to these children.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, poor Gary Goldman, because of his kidney issues, just didn't grow. But he had this kind of weird adulty look.
Yeah,
spurt
he
without
started
growing.
looking very old. Yeah.
It wasn't cute anymore.
No, it was weird.
It's not his fault. That's just how people, it's like these
People
poor
age.
kids. Yeah. So they bring in this little coochie boy. I'm a little coochie boy. Go come in here, man. Do you do? I'll go what you doing, Arnold. Don't my man to me.
Wow. Okay.
But he was a cute little kid, and he did his best. I mean,
Everything we said about actors coming in to take over for other main characters is 1,000 times worse for kids that come in to do that.
oh yeah, and they're also there to help. And I cannot believe that nobody has learned this lesson over the last 50 years. But they bring them in to help revive the series, but it just ends up killing it every single time.
Never works.
As soon as a couple has an extra baby, you know it's on life support.
Yeah, yeah. So we had a bunch of cameos in the movie, including Dean Norris as the cop that almost gets blown up by Dyson.
Yeah.
He's literally in that one scene, and that's it.
Wearing a mask.
But it's his voice. You can definitely tell it's him. Michael Big Mike Tucker, who was an orderly known for the TV show Chuck. He was the black guy. With
Oh,
the
no.
mustache.
I pointed him out
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, that guy looks so familiar. And then I remembered him from Chuck.
It was funny because he was the first season he was just recurring, and then he became a major character as the show progressed.
Yeah, he totally did. He was great. The show was really fun.
The show was way fun.
Oh, man, whatever happened to
I was working at Warner Brothers when that show was going on, and it was when Yvonne Strahovski, who did not know Hollywood, came in and within 2 weeks of working started dating one of the PAs.
Oh, wow.
And literally everyone else on the show was like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "Why not? Like, we get along."
Yeah.
And he was like, "You don't do that." But
Gross.
I would see them wandering around because they were shooting Chuck on Warner Brothers
Yeah.
when I was working on One Tree Hill.
Two of those actors broke my heart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Adam Baldwin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Zachary
Levi.
Levi.
Yeah. Yeah. Twins Dan and Don Stanton were the redhead guard and the T-1000 copy at the mental hospital.
That guy did a lot of jiggling. He did a jiggly wiggly.
He did.
Apparently, he struck the jiggle part of the brain when he put his
He hit the jiggle nerve.
Yeah. It's the jiggleglia.
Linda Hamilton's twin sister, speaking of twins, Leslie Hamilton Guerin plays the T-1000 copy of Sarah.
That's so cool.
They look alike, but if you really pay attention,
Yeah.
Leslie is not nearly as ripped
Yeah.
as her sister.
They should have put a sweater on them.
Sadly, her sister just died a couple years ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she was like 63. That sucks. Yeah.
Natural causes? Or?
I don't remember. I don't know. I think to be honest, I think it was cancer.
Oh, my God. I couldn't imagine. First of all, I couldn't imagine being a twin.
Yeah.
It just seems like a horrible inconvenience for all of your life to have somebody who looks exactly like you. But I couldn't imagine. I mean, the bond that most twins have, and losing a twin would be like losing an organ.
Yeah, it would be hard. The co-writer, William Wisher, actually made a cameo as the man taking the T-800's photo after going through a store window.
Yeah, look into the viewfinder, dum-dum. You're not going to get a good framing just by going click, 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 and that's a film camera.
I'm pretty sure that Jim Cameron wanted to make sure that he caught his face.
Yes, I know.
Because they also cut to a close-up of him, which was so unnecessary.
Yes.
Wisher was also in the first movie playing a cop, with Cameron saying it's the same character, so technically Boen wasn't the only minor character to come back for the sequel.
Great. Let's do a spin-off feature of his character.
He's like, I just keep seeing all these killing machines. I don't know what's going on.
It's just a super boring movie except for one scene.
None of his friends want to be around him because somehow these machines keep showing up.
That guy just fell through a window.
So pre-production was cut way down to accommodate the release schedule, leaving Cameron to scramble to put sequences together.
Cameron is one of the dudes that seems like so many times he's set up for failure and people are convinced he's going to fail.
Yeah.
And then he's like, F you, I'm going to prove you all wrong.
I just read something with him talking about how he has decided he's going to shoot Avatar 4 and 5 for a third of the budget of the other ones. But he doesn't know how yet. He's going to spend the next 12 months figuring out how to do it.
He's so crazy. I was just watching, Billie Eilish was on Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Mm-hmm. And apparently James Cameron contacted Billie Eilish's mother.
What?
And said he wanted to film her concert in 3D.
Oh, wow.
She got in touch with him, and he's like, look, let's co-direct it.
Oh, wow.
I want to co-direct it. We'll do
Wow.
it in 3D. And she's like, look, I don't want to change anything. I don't want to church it up or anything. He's
Yeah.
like, neither do I. And so
Wow.
they got together. They filmed, which is her favorite concert tour.
Yeah.
They just co-directed and filmed this thing in 3D, and she's super happy with it and said he was super fun to work with.
Oh, wow. Wow. And now they're married.
Yes. Well, briefly until the next one comes along.
Oh, that's cool. I had no idea.
Yeah, neither did I.
That sounds like a really fun concert film to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I would be totally down for
Well,
that.
I think Billie Eilish and her brother are very...
Oh, they're insanely talented.
Yeah.
Such amazing people.
And she just seems super cool, and her family... They just seem very fun. And,
Yeah.
It's the opposite of most of the tortured
Yeah,
stories of artists.
One of the actors in Zombie Joe's I used to direct a lot dated her for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The fans hated him.
I
Oh
bet.
my God. There were like 14 different like Instagram literally accounts created just about how much they hated him.
Poor guy.
And it was only because he was dating her. Like literally that was it. Yeah, anyway. It didn't last very long.
Well, it'd be tough.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you were, I mean, to get that kind of backlash.
Yeah.
I used to get that from all of my ex's friends, but from the entire internet.
Yeah, it was crazy. James Cameron asked Stan Winston to direct a teaser trailer for the movie. Cameron did not want the trailer to just be early footage, and so with a budget of $150,000, Winston created a trailer that showed a futuristic assembly line churning out copies of Terminators, all of which looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I remember that. It was so cool.
Yeah,
It
I
was
was
so
like,
cool.
what? They're doing another one? Like,
This is about the time where they started really understanding what trailers could do.
Yeah.
And trailers became just almost as big of an event as the movie itself.
Oh,
coming
yeah,
out.
yeah.
And you had to nail the trailer.
Yeah, you would go see a movie you didn't want to see just because you wanted to see the trailer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we weren't doing that in the 70s and
No,
80s.
no.
In a world full of
Yeah.
Star Wars. What happens in space stays in space. Star Wars. Crazy alien creatures coming after you with laser swords. Star Wars. Coming to near you.
Yeah, that's. I just wonder how the movie did so well. Cameron was very pleased with the trailer, as he had fears about audience reactions to trailers showing Schwarzenegger returning as a Terminator after he had destroyed in the first film.
That's like he's a robot. You can make more.
I know, but look, people aren't intelligent.
That's true.
Yeah. The teaser ran over a year in advance of T2's release, and it was shown before another Schwarzenegger hit film, Total Recall.
Oh, there's a girl with the 3 boobies.
Yeah, the 3 booby.
Oh,
movie.
that's what I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharon Stone was my ex-wife. She
Still-
only had 2 boobies.
Still will never ever forget my absolute favorite
Scene?
commentary track. Favorite commentary track of any movie ever is Arnold Schwarzenegger and whoever was it not Jan de Bont, the other one that directed he directed Total Recall.
Yes.
He's like Swedish or something. Can't understand either of them because their accents are so heavy. But like, there's a moment where he's on the escalator and I told the story a long time ago. He grabs a guy and Arnold is literally just saying what's happening on screen. He's like, "There, I used him as a shield. He's a human shield."
As I grabbed the guy, right? Look, he could see it, and I put him in front of me, and that was to protect me from the bullets that was coming. And I came up with the term called human shield. Nobody ever used it before I did. It was crazy.
It was so great. Like, it was just so the commentary track is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
That's where I get the because the most ridiculous scene in just about any movie is he goes popping out of the atmosphere. Or he hits the atmosphere thing.
And his eyes start bulging
Eyes
out.
are popping. It's like one of those stress things where
Oh,
you
the stress
squeeze,
balls, yeah,
and
yeah.
the eyeballs pop out.
Oh man, it's so fun. Listen to our Total Recall episode for more on that.
We did Total Recall?
Didn't we? I think, yeah, we did. I'm pretty sure we did.
All right,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
In the teaser trailer, we see the T-800 put into a machine called the BioFlesh Regenerator at the endoskeleton factory, which grows and generates living human tissue onto the T-800, giving him his human form and emerges as Schwarzenegger.
Paul Verhoeven was who we were looking
Sorry,
for.
thank you, Paul Verhoeven, yeah. Yeah, he's just as hard to understand as Schwarzenegger. Yeah. He's Dutch, I believe. I think
is
that's-
Dutch.
Yeah. Kenner released a BioFlesh Regenerator playset, which came with T-800 Terminator action figures. The T-800 Terminator endoskeleton is put into a clear plastic mold of Arnold Schwarzenegger. A flesh-colored substance similar to Play-Doh was injected into the mold around the endoskeleton, creating a flesh body that could be peeled off in places to reveal the endoskeleton beneath, mimicking the damage seen in the movie.
Very cool, but it's always crazy to me they make toys out of R-rated movies.
Yeah, I remember commercials for this and being like,
Same.
This is weird. Even when I was like 10, I was like, this is weird.
Don't.
Yeah. They started filming with a $60 million budget on October 8th, 1990. The production was arduous, in part because of Cameron, who was known for his short temper and uncompromising manner.
I got a short temper and I'm just going to do what I want to do.
Yeah, he was very dictatorial. The crew
With
made,
the emphasis on dick.
yeah, the crew made T-shirts bearing the slogan,
You can't scare me. I work for Jim Cameron.
Schwarzenegger described him as a supportive but
Demanding taskmaster with fanaticism for physical and visual detail.
yeah. I mean, obviously Schwarzenegger and Cameron got along fine.
Of course, big egos, big stars.
Yeah.
You know, Arnold's sitting in a chair smoking a cigar. He's not scrambling. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
big personalities stick with big personalities.
Sure. Even so, by the 101st day of filming, Schwarzenegger and Hamilton were frustrated by the high number of takes Cameron performed, spending 5 days just on close-ups of Hamilton in the Dyson home.
And Arnold's like,
Oh my God, you're not Stanley Kubrick. Can we just get this finished with? I've got to do another stupid comedy with Danny DeVito.
I imagine that Schwarzenegger probably wasn't called for those days, so he's probably just sitting around smoking cigars, petting his horses.
Here's my little donkey and my baby horse.
Korolko studio executives were nervous when the original budget had ballooned up to $88 million with more to come. In order to keep the budget manageable, they proposed to eliminate a few scenes, particularly the opening biker bar scene where the Terminator is introduced.
yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah. They tried to get Arnold to persuade James Cameron to remove the scene, but Schwarzenegger turned them down, saying,
Only a studio guy would cut a scene out like that. Idiot.
yeah, he's 100% right. To stay on schedule, Cameron worked through Christmas and persuaded Schwarzenegger to cancel a visit to American troops in Saudi Arabia with U.S. President George H.W. Bush to film his scenes.
Come on, the troops, who cares? You gotta do Terminator 2, man. They'll be there. The war's gonna last 20 years.
The scene where the Terminator reboots after being shut down by the T-1000 was not in the script and was only added during editing because Cameron felt that the audience would not be able to understand how the Terminator returns to deliver the final blow to the T-1000.
It also adds to the suspense, and it adds
Yeah.
to, is he gonna get him in time and stuff? If
Yeah,
he just
yeah,
popped up, it would have been like,
Yeah, it's
a
like,
horror
oh, like,
movie.
yeah, there he is. Okay.
There's Jason or Freddy
yeah,
or, you know.
yeah. The scene where the Terminator pulls the impaled metal rod out of his chest was shot on Christmas Day.
Oh, Merry Christmas to me, I suppose.
There was concern as to how realistic CGI would look when it came to the helicopter going under the bridge, so the pilot just did it.
You know what? I'll just do it.
Yeah. He was like, oh, I can do it.
Sure.
fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I've had a few.
Yeah. Give me one more beer and I'll be fine.
Give me another pop. I won't be scared.
For the Los Angeles River sequence, Schwarzenegger was in pain because he could not wear a glove while cocking the gun, so his fingers would get stuck in the mechanism.
That was so pinchy.
He tore the skin from his fingers and hand many times before he mastered it, and he frequently hit Furlong with the gun while doing it, one time almost knocking him out.
And you can see it in the...
There is a take where he almost hits him with it.
Well, I think he at least glances him with it. It's
Oh, flipping and ripping and something. Why can't I wear gloves?
Yeah, it was very difficult. He had to achieve all this while trying to act and control Harley at the same time as Cameron told him where to look.
Look, being the Terminator, it's surprisingly difficult. It looks like it'd be easy. You just act whatever.
You have to literally go against all of your natural instincts.
And it is seamless. The reason we don't even question the fact that he's cocking that
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
cool way. And everything he does it so well. He is a physical specimen.
Yeah.
See, I really think Arnold Schwarzenegger he's a movie star, but he also has talent. I think
Yeah, oh yeah.
that he's not a crappy actor. I think he's so dedicated to the craft and to wanting to make a good, entertaining product for people, not
Yeah.
necessarily art, but to entertain the masses. He's so good at it. There's very few movie stars like him.
He wants to be the best at anything he's doing. And so he will do anything he can to, if it takes 10 more times of doing it, then he's going to do it.
Pay for it himself. He loves
Yeah.
spectacle. He wants to create. He is like he's like the P.T. Barnum
Yeah.
of the movie industry because he just wants to create these experiences that people will remember forever.
He's literally Willy Wonka.
Oh, come get your chocolate. Come to my factory of making movies.
I mean, it's hard because he was actually driving that motorcycle,
Yeah.
like in those shots, and like the fact that like he was shooting and doing the gun, he couldn't like turn his head because he had to just be looking straight ahead because he's a Terminator. Like it's just insane.
It goes, like you said, it goes against all of your natural instincts.
It's the little things like that make the movie so successful that you don't think about because that is exactly what he should be doing.
Yeah, both he and I was going to say Jason Patrick, but that's not
No,
his name.
Robert Patrick.
Both he and Robert Patrick are so good at playing the Terminators that we don't question any of it.
Yeah, yeah.
We just watch these scenes. They're so believable. as these unbelievable characters that we don't question it. And that is remarkable, man.
Yeah, it really is. 6 months of filming concluded on March 28th, 1991, about 3 weeks behind schedule. The movie was edited by 3 people to get the movie into shape by the deadline. Kyle Reese, played again by Michael Biehn, was in the movie in a dream, but was cut due to time.
Hey, you gotta go get him because he's gonna come after you and he's not gonna stop. He's gonna keep coming after you and he's just gonna keep coming. He's gonna keep. Jesus, Reese. Even in the dreams?
Yeah, do you have to?
Even? Can you just come smooch me?
Remember? You're dead, remember?
You'll be sorry.
The scripted ending depicted an alternative 2029 that was filmed at the Los Angeles Arboretum in Arcadia, in which an aged Sarah narrates how Skynet was never created, while John, now a U.S. Senator, plays with his daughter in a Washington, D.C. playground.
I think they included that in the...
I don't know if they ever actually shot that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cameron changed it to make the ending more ambiguous.
Smart.
Yeah, I think he realized that if they, at the end of the day, even if he's not involved, he's going to make money off of a franchise, so whatever.
How much is enough?
Yeah.
James.
Yeah. A 10-month schedule and about $15 to $17 million of Terminator 2's budget was allocated just for special effects, including $5 million for the T-1000 alone, and a further $1 million for stunts, at the time one of the largest ever stunt budgets.
Oh, my God. The set pieces are huge. And in terms of the special effects, ILM is doing something that nobody has ever done before.
Yeah.
The closest thing we've come to that was The Abyss with the water monster, which was kind of the precursor to this. Mm-hmm. But nobody had done it. Nobody knew that if they could do it.
Right.
And if they could do it, nobody knew if it was going to look like shit.
Yeah.
So this was just all virgin territory. And that's Cameron, man. He's always pushing the limits.
Always.
Yeah.
A team of up to 35 at ILM was required for the 5 minutes of screen time the T-1000's effects appear, and the process was so complex that rendering 15 seconds of footage took up to 10 days.
And that's quaint now because it's like 3,000 people working
I know.
on 5 seconds that cost $40 million to...
Yeah. The sound used for Arnold Schwarzenegger's shotgun was actually 2 cannons.
It's a great sound.
It is. The Terminator composer Brad Fiedel returned for the sequel, working in his garage in Studio City. Unlike the last movie, Fiedel wanted to use an orchestra, but realized when he wasn't going to receive the footage until very late, he couldn't.
Yeah. It's like, well...
I guess I'm just going to use my synthesizer again.
Yeah. It's crazy, too, because it does sound orchestral.
Yeah.
And that was at a time where, like, MIDI stuff wasn't that good. It didn't sound very,
Yeah, Cameron requested that the tone be warmer than the first film to highlight the evolution of the T-800. Despite not being able to record with an orchestra, he did record live instruments for the score and manipulated them to suit the movie.
Yeah,
So he most likely in his garage played all the instruments and then was like, all right, I'm going to pitch this and tone this and whatever.
But it sounds epic, though.
It sounds great. Yeah. It's much like the movie. It's a great evolution of the original soundtrack.
Yeah,
it's really it's clever. It's really
we go from that pulsing electronica to
the weird 12-17 time scale or whatever. It's so weird. TriStar asked Schwarzenegger to arrange a tie-in music video and theme song for the film. He chose to work with rock band Guns N' Roses because they were popular and there was
a rose in a movie and bloody guns.
Yeah, literally. He saw Guns N' Roses and he just thought there was roses and guns in the movie.
This rose, because I'm carrying the rose with my shotgun in it, so that makes sense.
Literally Guns N' Roses.
And there's so many guns. I mean, look, there's guns on top of guns on top of guns. Perfect synergy.
The band offered the use of You Could Be Mine, the debut single from their album Use Your Illusion 2. Patrick unsuccessfully lobbied to use Head Like a Hole by Nine Inch Nails as the tie-in song, in part because his brother, Richard Patrick, was their tour guitarist.
Nice. I love Nine Inch Nails.
I had no idea.
No?
This was around the time when, this was the combination because I loved The Terminator and they were doing a sequel and I loved Guns N' Roses.
Sure.
And Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 were both coming out at the same time. And I literally made my brother go next door to a record store. He's working at Little Caesars.
Yeah.
And after midnight, I was like, you have to go buy this album. You have to go buy this for me.
He did it?
The 2 tapes. He did.
Oh,
he
nice.
did. But I was obsessed with the song. I was just obsessed.
How does it go?
You could be mine.
That was awesome.
No way. I actually do a pretty good Axl Rose.
Yeah, it's just like he was sitting here with me.
Yeah. It's not a very good song, but it worked really well. And they used footage for the video. They used footage from the movie, and it was
Yeah.
like stuff that wasn't in the trailers, and it was like, oh my god.
Yeah, they started that stuff with. I don't know if it was the first one, but the first one I really remember was the Billy Ocean, Jewel of the Nile.
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
Danny DeVito
Yeah.
and Michael Douglas.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were all wearing the white suits and like kind of the
Yeah,
background
dancing around.
dancers.
Yeah. It was a thing. Synergy, again, corporate synergy. Post-production ran until about 2 days before the film's theatrical release.
So crazy. They don't do that anymore, but there's so many huge movies that we've talked about on this show
Yeah.
where literally the night before, the prints are still wet
Yeah.
when they're delivered to the theaters.
Delays were caused mainly by the rendering of shots at Consolidated Film Industries, the most difficult of which was the T-1000's death. Co-producer Stephanie Austin said the production crew worked 24-hour shifts and slept on site. The 137-minute-long release print was delivered to theaters the night before its release.
Crazy.
It's just insane.
To stress!
Can you imagine having to be the projectionist?
Yes.
It's like, I should have had this 3 days ago.
Or the person that's in charge of delivering the prints or making the prints. It's just like,
what
come on.
happens? My car broke down.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? I'm going to carry these and run to the theater.
You usually have months, you
Yeah,
know, and
yeah.
then if you're hours,
Potentially
hours, minutes.
the biggest movie of the year, and it's like so many things relying on just 2 test screenings were done, one at Skywalker Ranch for cast and crew and one for execs in Hollywood. Both screenings received long-standing ovations.
Nice.
That was the time when Cameron realized, finally, that he was like, okay, we have something.
Oh yeah, it's like the classic Lucas showing Star Wars to
Yeah,
all of his
yeah.
friends, and the only one that was everybody was like, "Yeesh, good luck with that, asshole," except for Spielberg, who's like, "You got something, buddy."
Yeah, it's going to happen. The movie's final budget was estimated to be around $102 million, the most expensive movie ever made at that point.
all of it on screen.
Yeah.
except for Arnie's paycheck,
Plane.
but all of it.
And
on screen.
there's a secret cameo from his Gulfstream.
Oh, just because you put the plane in the movie.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day opened in the United States and Canada on July 3rd, leading into the Independence Day holiday weekend.
So they did delay it because it was originally Memorial
Yes.
Day, right?
Well, because the 3-week delay in production.
Yeah.
So it was, so they did. And they realized it was like, I think seeing dailies and stuff, they were like, okay, we have something here.
Yeah.
So let's put it during a bigger holiday season.
It's our tentpole summer film.
Yeah. Over the 5-day holiday weekend, Wednesday to Sunday, Terminator 2 grossed $52.3 million, becoming the second highest opening 5-day total ever behind Batman's $57 million in 1989, but set the opening record for an R-rated film and for an Independence Day weekend.
Like I told the story earlier, I saw it
You
on
were
opening
there.
weekend.
You were part of those dollars were yours.
Bum, 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 bum.
It remained in the top 5 highest-grossing films for 12 consecutive weeks and the top 10 highest-grossing films for 15 weeks.
That's amazing.
That doesn't happen very much anymore either.
Very rarely. Well, because people don't go to the movies. The thing is, the video market wasn't that huge then.
Yeah.
And to see a movie, you would go multiple times.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're not like, oh, it'll be on streaming in a month.
Yeah, yeah.
You would have to wait a year and a half, 2 years for it to be on
Yeah.
HBO
Yeah.
or at least a year for it to be on video.
Right.
It was if you wanted to experience that movie, you had to go to the theater.
Yeah. And I think that the studios have kind of painted themselves into a corner because they've put so much stock into opening weekend that everybody goes opening weekend and then it just trails off.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, now I'll wait to see it again later.
Yeah, unless there's, great opening, great word of mouth,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
some sort of audience push for it.
Yeah,
You're right. It's like, and if a movie doesn't get everything back on opening weekend, now it's a failure. It doesn't have the 15 weeks.
No.
That movies back
it's
then
really,
had.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about movies in the past that debuted at number 4, but then the next week was number 2, and then the week after that was number 1.
Yeah.
So it was a magic time back then. I really think that like the 70s and the 80s to the early 90s was really the heyday
Yeah.
for like Hollywood blockbusters and Hollywood.
Yeah.
That was the time.
Yeah. In total, Terminator 2 Judgment Day spent about 26 weeks in theaters in a total of 2,495 cinemas and grossed $204.8 million, making it the highest-grossing film of the year and the highest-grossing R-rated movie ever. That's just the U.S.
Right.
U.S. and Canada. But 26 weeks is literally 6 months. It was in the theaters for half a year.
Yeah.
It's just insane to me.
It was a great movie.
It was worth,
were blown away.
I would have seen it once a month. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Because you could
You could.
go to the afternoon, see it for $2.
Yeah, go see it the cheap seats. Yeah. Overseas, it brought in $312.1 million, the first movie to ever make over $300 million internationally.
I'm an international star.
Worldwide, the movie made $520.9 million, making it the year's highest-grossing film, and the third highest-grossing film ever, behind 1977's Star Wars at $530 million and 1982's E.T. the Extraterrestrial at $619 million.
I was so pissed. I should have been number one. I'm the
Yeah.
greatest movie star that ever was, ever will be. So it is very big of a disappointment to me that I am not number one, because I should be.
Yeah.
I am the greatest.
Critical reception was overwhelmingly positive. Janet Maslin said that at his best, despite occasional lapses into melodrama, Cameron's work is akin to that of director Stanley Kubrick.
Okay. Let's take a big, deep breath, Janet. That's not true.
Well, Roger Ebert found the concept of a boy finding a father figure in a Terminator that is learning to be human as
Intriguing.
both Maslin and Ebert appreciate the twist on Schwarzenegger's public action hero persona by making him a hero who does not kill his enemies.
Well, I promise. I swear I will not kill them. I will only shoot them in the legs and the knees. I will cripple them for life. Give them horrible, constant pain.
When he shoots the guard in the legs, and he's just like, he will live.
He will live. It won't be much of a life, but he will live.
He will never walk again, but he will live. T2 was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, Best Cinematography and Best Film Editing, but lost both to JFK. I almost said John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy.
JFK, the movie JFK.
No shame there. That is one of the greatest edited movies
Yeah.
ever. I mean, that was when Stone started his whole multimedia
Yeah.
filming process.
Right,
Which was, to me, like mind-blowing what he did.
Yeah.
He's another innovator, man.
Oh, yeah.
A little on the other side.
It would win Best Makeup, Best Sound Effects Editing, and Best Visual Effects.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first sequel to win Oscars when the original film wasn't even nominated.
Ooh.
Yeah. Despite the film's success, Kuroko reported 1991 losses of $265.1 million, which was caused by the financial problems of its other films and subsidiaries.
That's not fair.
I know.
You can't lump in your crap in with your Terminator and be like, well, it's not profitable because everything else wasn't profitable.
Support from investors failed to prevent the studio from filing for bankruptcy in 1995, and its assets, including Terminator 2, were sold to Canal Plus for $58 million.
How horribly was Kuroko run? It had some of the biggest
They
franchises.
gave him a $12.5 million plane. They were not the best businessmen.
No, but they have some of the biggest movies.
I know.
Wasn't Rambo Kuroko?
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Or, well, the franchise, I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
They worked with Stallone. They worked with all the big
I know. Look, in the heyday, it was great.
This is the excess of the 80s. This is all of the
It is.
$400,000 lunches and shit that they would do.
Yeah. Cameron said that he had no intentions for further sequels, believing that Terminator 2...
Brings the story full circle and ends. I think ending it at this point is a good idea.
Wisher and Cameron wrote the script with the intention of leaving no option for a sequel. Despite this, 4 sequels followed.
Well, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
They didn't. They
They did leave it open.
Yes.
I know. Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines was released in 2003, a direct sequel to T2, getting generally favorable reviews and grossing $433.4 million worldwide.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I totally forgot it made that much money.
No, I mean, people love the Terminator, dude. It's just
Yeah.
like the Alien franchise. Even, Alien VP made money.
Yeah, that's true. Terminator Salvation in 2009, a direct sequel to T3, getting negative reviews and grossing $371.4 million.
I don't even remember that one.
I saw that one in Dublin when I was living in Ireland.
Is that the one with
That's the one with
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
And I think that's the movie where the whole him freaking out.
you.
I think that was that movie. Yeah. Yeah. It's a direct sequel to T3. It's set during the Ravage time. There's no time travel in it that I remember. It was just not. It was weird.
It was a slog. It was
Yeah.
a lot of it was trying to understand how his best friend was a Terminator, and I just
Yeah.
remember. I think it was Sam Worthington.
I think it was Sam Worthington. Yeah.
Whoever stars in all the
Avatar movies. It's Sam
movies.
Worthington,
It's the same
yeah.
guy, and I just remember him being tied up and
Yeah.
and effed up for a lot of it and being like, "You were my friend."
Yeah, it was not very good.
No wonder I would have flipped out too if I were Christian Bale. I was like, "What's this piece of crap,
So they decided to reboot the franchise in 2015 with Terminator Genesis, which was confusing, and despite grossing $440.6 million worldwide, it was lower than anticipated, and 2 sequels and a TV show were canceled because of it.
That's the one with Emilia Clarke?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just didn't
It
work.
was so... I read through the plot description, and I remember seeing this movie, and even reading the plot description, I was so confused.
It was very confusing, if I remember correctly. It wasn't particularly entertaining. And I love Emilia Clarke. I think she's a great actor. But she looks a lot like
Linda Hamilton.
but you can't...
She was younger. It was weird. The whole thing was just weird.
It was all really...
It was a lot. It was relying very heavily on you knowing the actual like Terminator franchise,
Right.
And then it was suddenly like, oh yeah, she got a Terminator when she was like 4, and he protected her, and
They were trying to do what T2 with all the double do switcheroos, like
Yeah.
killing... Because this is the one where they kill Kyle Reese.
I think so.
At the beginning, maybe? I don't know. But none of them worked.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It didn't work. None of it
Yeah.
worked. The special effects, because I remember also there like a factory full of Arnie's. And
Yeah.
They all looked really CGE. They did not.
Yeah.
They looked like a video
It was.
game.
It just wasn't. Yeah, it didn't do well. Terminator: Dark Fate came out in 2019, a direct sequel to the events of Terminator 2, but it only grossed $261.1 million, which led to the cancellation of the 2 planned sequels.
I'm okay with that, man, because you're getting diminishing returns.
Yeah.
And even you know,
Linda Hamilton and James Cameron were both involved.
and Dark Fate was better
Yeah.
than the other ones, but it still didn't capture the
It
magic.
was a lot of people were so mad that in the first 5 minutes they killed John Connor.
Oh, so that's the one.
That is Dark Fate is the one where they kill John Connor, and it's so funny because the Terminator shoots him and then looks around and then just walks out,
Yeah.
and he's like, "All right, I'm done." And then he becomes an old man, somehow gets the learning chip turned on or whatever,
Right.
and then like has his small donkeys and things that he hangs out with, all his animal friends.
Yes.
And he's been secretly feeding all of the random Terminators that have been popping back, and Hamilton goes and finds them and destroys them.
Right.
And, yeah. And then that's just a small part of it. Like, it was mostly focused on the other characters and, like, the lieutenants, because John Connor was dead. The lieutenants, come up, and then they're trying to kill one of them, and, like,
It's convoluted.
it didn't work.
The whole killing John Connor thing was for shock. It didn't have any story value.
No.
And
it
and
was
much-
just, what if he succeeded?
It's kind of like Alien 3, where it's an FU.
Yeah.
They're just trying to do something to shake up the franchise, and it didn't work.
Schwarzenegger returned for all of them, but Terminator Salvation, with Cameron and Hamilton returning for Dark Fate. He has gone on record saying that we need to do something different with the franchise. I don't know what it is yet, but I want to do something different.
He's too old. It's time to go. It's time to let it go and move on to other things. I really enjoyed the Terminator TV series that was out.
Sarah Connor Chronicles was good.
Yeah.
And that was kind of related to one of the movies, I
I
think.
think so. But the another Game of Thrones alum,
yeah.
Lena Headey, right?
Lena Headey.
Lena Headey played Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor, yeah.
And then Summer Glau.
Summer Glau.
Glau from Serenity fame.
Yeah.
She was the Terminator. She was great. I enjoyed that show. I thought it was a lot
it
of
was
fun.
it was done really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was also another one that I was working at Warner Brothers when they were shooting that. But yeah, it was good. I had a good time with it. It only ran a couple seasons.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that Dark Fate eliminated that. Like, it never happened. Like,
Sure.
it wasn't part of the canon anymore or whatever. Not that it really matters, I mean.
Well, it's not a series like Star Wars or Star Trek or something where it subsequently everything happens. It's more of a mishmash.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, well, if we said it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Too much concentration on reinvention and not enough concentration on story.
Yeah.
And making something that moves with the 2 sequels. Because the reason why T2 works so perfectly and is the best, in my opinion, the best example of not so terrible 2s.
Yeah.
Is that it takes everything from the sequel, builds upon it, yet subverts all expectation.
Right.
And if you don't know what happens, it's so brilliant, the reveal of him
yeah.
being the hero.
Yeah. It's so good.
It is the perfect sequel because it takes everything that you love about the first one, expands upon it, turns it on its ear, and to create a Terminator that out-terminates Arnold.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Brilliant.
I mean, with the first movie and how much of a killing machine he was, like it's you got to go bigger and badder, and they did, and it was so perfect.
And what's so cool is you got Robert Patrick, who's a spindly little guy,
Yeah.
beating the shit out of giant Arnold, and you believe it, man.
Yeah.
Those fight scenes of them smashing each other into the walls, and
Oh, that first moment when he the Arnie Terminator goes to punch him and he just grabs his hand and the look on the Arnie's face is like, whoa, what? You should not be strong as I am.
it's so like when he throws him against the wall, and he
Crutch, yeah.
And he just,
and he turns around.
He doesn't even turn
No,
around.
but he
his
morphs
whole
around.
body
Yeah,
just morphs into the other
it's
side.
So brilliant.
Really cool little touches like that, and the like him. Just the touches, man. Like in the insane asylum where Patrick walks through the bars and
Yeah.
the gun gets stuck.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot the gun is
he
not
has-
metal polyalloy.
That tiny little moment is what puts this
Yeah.
above other sequels.
Or when he's flying the helicopter in the giant final action sequence, where he pops into the helicopter, like morphs in through a
Yeah.
hole, and the poor pilot is like, "What?" And he's like, "You should leave." And he's like, "Okay,
Get out."
And then, but then if you look close, he's got 4 arms because he's got one arm controlling. 2 arms controlling the helicopter, and then the other 2 hands are shooting guns
Yeah.
and reloading and stuff, and it's just so brilliant.
Yeah, and it's not pointed out.
No,
Yeah,
it's just there.
Yeah.
It's so brilliant.
subtle hints. It's trusting your story and trusting the audience, where you don't have to smash stuff into their face.
Yeah.
You can let things play out, and you
Yeah.
can trust them to kind of understand what's going on without having to over-explain everything that's going on, which
Yeah.
happens, especially with time travel stuff. There's
Yeah.
always that convoluted scene where we have to get whatever reasoning, and they don't
Figure
do
out,
that
yeah.
here.
No, it just happens.
It's just like things time travel. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
Take it out of your mind.
It's really great too because Robert Patrick as the T-1000 has that same moment that Arnie does when he realizes that he's super strong.
Yeah.
When he's got covered in like the liquid cold. Oh my God.
Nitrogen?
Yes, the liquid nitrogen. Thank you. Liquid cold.
Yes.
When he's freezing and he looks at it and he's like, wait, that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what, like it's those little subtle things that make this movie so brilliant and so perfect.
Exactly. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, the one thing that holds this back for me from being a perfect movie or being as beloved to me as Aliens as a sequel is, unfortunately, the kid. And I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Sometimes when kids' portrayals are realistic, they're annoying because children are annoying. And
Yeah.
I just don't have a lot of patience for annoying kids. I'm not a dad. so
Well, we've got Eddie Furlong here to talk about it.
well, he's not a kid anymore. I'd totally hang out with him. He's not have that screechy.
No.
My ears just can't take it. They can't
Yeah,
take that
yeah.
kind of screechy
I
pre-adolescent.
know. And it didn't have to be that way because Aliens proved that.
Yes.
It didn't have to be that way. I just think that Carrie Henn was a much better actor than Eddie Furlong, just naturally a better actor.
New subtlety.
Yeah.
Knew what subtlety
yeah.
was. But
Yeah.
look, not a bad performance at all.
But the movie, and I agree with you, but the movie is good enough that I'm able to bypass that. And it's just a little small part of the movie of him being kind of annoying, but it works, and it works for the relationship between the two of them. And it's not, I don't think I would call this a perfect movie, but it's very close.
Well, what smooths out the rough edges of Edward Furlong is Arnie's amazing reactions, because he's
Yeah.
looking at him like I'm feeling when I'm hearing it.
Yeah.
Like I
just wish I could snap your little neck, you little douche. Oh, you're gonna grow up to be a douche.
All right. Well, that was super fun. It's been a great month. We'll be back next week with our stepdad show.
Yeah.
And we will have Eddie Furlong on. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding. No, I am excited about it. These were great. It was so great. I was talking to a friend yesterday and talked about the month, and immediately was like, all 4 movies, great picks.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, because they're brilliant sequels.
Yeah, they really are. Very rarely do we get sequels. There aren't some corporate amalgam or mashup
Yeah.
of bad ideas to bloat and make, well, we need bigger set pieces and
Yeah.
we need more bad guys and
Yeah.
we need more heroes.
Or, this plot worked in the
Yeah.
first one, so we're just going to do it again.
Yeah, and let's just pay lip service and
Yeah,
and very rarely do we get something that transcends or is equal to the first. And it's no surprise that James Cameron is on this month twice.
Yeah.
Because he knows, like I said, I really think even more so than George Lucas, even more so than maybe even Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Not Steven Spielberg. I think he's still the master. But Cameron's pretty close behind as the guy that can make these giant crowd-pleasing blockbusters
Yeah.
that are actually good movies telling good,
Right.
well-rounded stories about fully fleshed-out characters.
Yeah. Agreed.
And he always surprises everybody, man, when everybody's like, oh, people are just champing at the bit for him to fail.
Yeah.
And he's like, F you. Good luck with that. I'm just going to keep making blockbusters.
This is why he's doing Titanic 2.
Titanic 2, where the Titanic, in a strange twist of time-traveling fate, gets beamed to the planet of Navi, and its maiden voyage on the Navi seas, it gets sunk by the evil Marines, and
It gains sentience and becomes the main bad guy in the Avatar series.
we're going against our NDA that we signed after we watched the screening of that.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. And then if you want somebody to get away, you say, F off, man.
You're an interminable little douche. I wish I were the real Terminator so I could just mush your head. Come with me if you want to live.
Welcome to the Gen X Files. I'm Jim.
I'm Adam.
And today's show is all about
Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
That's the full title.
Didn't know we were doing that.
Because it's the full title.
Star Trek The Next. I'm not ready for
Sorry.
this today.
Go slow. It's okay.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, sorry. This is the longest list we've had in a very long time.
Apt pupil. All.
Ollie, you should put your glasses on.
Never.
Demanding taskmaster. demanding. What's your capabilities? I've lost my Arnold.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. Knight Rider. Already in progress.